So it just popped in on yours?
Yes, something popped up, so hopefully it'll work in a minute when it goes live.
Okay, yeah, no, it's good. I'm just sending some messages everywhere. And yeah, so we are live, and I'm just asking people if they can hear us. And what I'll also do is see auxiliary teams. Okay, teams should be. I'm gonna play a video just see where does the sound come from. But okay, yeah. So that's the thing. Okay, so I gotta do this. Yeah. So basically, okay, it should be fine. All right. I think it's pretty good to go, and yeah, I just want to see who else is in the show. Okay, there's 3 people in my stream right now. It's like a. All right.
I think I got it. I just need to edit it on my end.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. Just yeah, I don't know why it doesn't show up before or well, actually, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure how it works. Okay, so Rotary Matrix, Epic stuff there. Okay, is in the show, and you can hear us fine, and that's good. All right.
Yeah, so it's working. Just give me a few minutes to share the link and set it up on my end. It didn't give me a title, so I have to add the title and description, all that. So
Yeah.
just bear with me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why it does that. Yeah. It's just Yeah, no worries. Okay, so he's setting it up, and I'll open up the notes here, and yeah, it's gonna be some epic stuff. He's gonna go live demonstrations of some pretty epic stuff, and I also want to ask like Rock AI to see what is actually happening, like in terms of is this actually new science? Okay, guess sounds all good too. Okay, Raider Matrix epic stuff. Because and then here's okay, so we have I got a person saying messaging me on X saying, you know the Earth is flat. You're very smart. Why must you deny? Are you kidding? Like is this guy real?
He might be just trolling you.
Yeah, I cannot believe this. It's like I cannot believe it. There's in this day and age people still believe in flat Earth. Unbelievable. It's it's just unbelievable. And it's like,
I know,
yeah,
I know.
yeah, but it's also like
It's kind of silly.
yeah, but it also joining like a stream that's not about flat Earth. Like what is the guy doing? Like I don't like it's just disrespectful. Like even if you believe in flat Earth, keep it to yourself or keep it for another stream. Like no, this isn't about flat Earth.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say this right here though. If you believe the Earth is flat, then why is every other celestial body in the universe round? So just think
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, definitely. And okay, so Mystic Bazaar is in the show. Hello there. Okay, epic stuff. Yes, yeah. That's I actually had a good I'll show you the one I had a good my first flat Earth live stream. Flat Earth live stream. I did a debunking flat Earth. And here's the thumbnail. Check out the thumbnail. This is the thumbnail I made for the live stream. There's everything's round. Okay, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Okay, what's up, Matt in chat? Wrestled
Yeah, I'm gonna give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm putting on my bigger screen so I can see it.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Okay, so he's got multiple screens. All right, guys, he's gonna go over some experiments, and we'll see what happens. All right. And then yeah, so I had a comment right here for those just popping in. So this guy, are you kidding? He's a follower on X, but it's like, and he's saying, you know, the Earth is flat. You're very smart. Why do you deny? I'm like, Earth is not flat. And also, I wouldn't I wouldn't retweet Glenn Greenwald, Noam Chomsky. They're all the control opposite disinfo. It's just like don't more of those. But anyways, it's are you and also yeah, for the flat Earth stuff, it's so unbelievably easy. So here's a good one here. So this photo I took right here, and then this is how it looks like. Like the bright side of the moon is literally pointing downwards. In other words, the Earth is below the horizon. In other words, Earth is round, because this will happen anywhere in the world. So it's not going over a cliff or anything. And I put this before as well. Oh, I was gonna go right here. Yeah, I was talking about the flat Earth. This part. This is a photo I took of the moon a few days ago. See this right here?
Nice.
Yeah, but like notice
I
how the
love the moon.
yeah,
The
but
moon is so
yeah,
mysterious.
but notice how the bright side is pointing downwards. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah, so if it's pointing downwards, in other words, the sun is below the horizon. Do you get it? So the sun is below.
Huh.
So in other words, the Earth is round.
Right. No. That makes sense. I never thought about it like
Yeah,
that.
and there's another photo I took
That's
right here.
interesting.
And here's the light rays from here. This was it wasn't as low, but wherever the sun is, it follows it. So especially
Yeah.
if you're in like right now, it's a where the sun is like much different location because it's like winter time. It's like you'll literally have and I've seen it before. I'll take a photo next time it happens. Like literally perfectly flat. I mean like low, like pointing downwards. This is pointing at an angle. Yeah, so in other words, it's below, and that's, in other words, the Earth is round. Yeah, so anyways, that's that, and then I'll go back to the other one, Flat Earth one, because you said you didn't see it before, live stream. This is my first live stream.
Yeah, no, just show me a couple things because I'm gonna be setting up a few things in the background and talking to you at the same time.
Yeah, this is a photo, because you've said that everything's round, so this is the thumbnail I made.
Yes. Oh, I like that. That's funny. But that's how I imagine, like you have to picture the universe if you believe that, right?
Or they say they said that these are just lights, and basically you're in a dome, and so on. So I think this is a M13 hand sign. I think it's kind of like the M13. Oh no, I don't have that anymore. Yeah, this one right here. I think they kind of think it's like a dome. This is from the person. I forgot what it's called. Yeah. Yeah.
For all the bullshit that NASA gives us, they actually do some really great work in probing different, like planets and stuff. So, I think it's a dangerous game to just like ignore everything.
Yeah.
I think it's more nuanced than that, and you have to, kind of look at everything.
Yeah.
Individually,
No,
so yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and the other part is like I think people give NASA a bit too much credit because like if they're able to fake millions and thousands of photos, live streams, because they have live streams on the ISS, and like constantly every single second of every single day they're doing like thousands of fakes. That's like please, I don't have time for that. And then yeah, I think there was another thing I wanted to show before we get back on topic. This is Earth, no, moon and sun. So you know how you could see the moon in the daylight?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen the sun at nighttime? All right.
Well, that's an interesting question. I haven't actually thought of that, but no, I haven't personally. But is it possible?
No, no, you can't see you can't see the sun at nighttime. Because
I know I've never seen it at night, but I have seen the moon during the day.
Yeah. So if you see the moon during the day, why can't you just see? And the sun is much brighter than the moon, so it's like why can't you just see it? Because like for example, I think I had this here someone.
But that does raise an interesting question because I don't know the answer to that. I honestly don't. I'm not an astrophysicist.
No, I'm just saying the reason is because the sun is below. It's away from us. Nighttime is a shadow. So you can't see the sun in the shadow.
Right. No, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
but so here is a sun moon. This is a let's see, not that deep. Let's go not that deep. This is a guy I was arguing with. Well, not really arguing. I was just like laughing at him. Okay, this one right here. So this was because I've made a post before, and this is, where did the post go? Okay, this is the opposite. Okay, this is
no.
right
now that I think about it, you can see reflections of the sun and the moon during night. So yeah, you can see the sun at night. No, technically, like reflections of the moon.
Oh no, yeah, that's off the moon. Yeah, but so then this
but you're saying if you were to see sun at night, it would it would make the nighttime irrelevant because it would be sun time or it would be daytime.
Yeah, so like this was a post. This is a pretty good X account called Fighting Stupidity. No, at Nonstop Flat. So Flat Earth is that. So like if you can see, like here's the flat Earth model typically, like, and nobody has an actual flat Earth model. They just say flat Earth. They don't actually have a model.
Right.
So if you have if you have the moon,
I've never thought about any of this.
Yeah, so if you have the moon there, right? Like this, let's say if it's flat, you're gonna have them on the same like plane around there. Like it's not gonna be below it. So let's say it's over here. Yeah. So in other words, if you could see, yeah. So if anyone ever seen the sun in the dead of night, so like, because the sun is right there. Why can't you see it from the dark side? Anyways, we can go. It's.
Well, no, it makes sense when you start thinking about it and visualizing.
Yeah, and
But
then
it's just like on the surface of it, I always found the flat Earth theory so ridiculous. I never
it's
really thought about it like that. So
yeah, and again,
yeah,
there's another one. Like some tall buildings and also like mountains. When there's like during the sunrise, if there's a clouds are nearby, you can see the shadow of the actual mountain below the clouds.
Right.
So in other words, the sun is below the horizon. All right, and this happens everywhere in the world. So in other words, it's a giant round thingy. Anyways, all right, so let's go. Let me know when you're done setting up, and we can go through. Yeah, so he's gonna go over some experiments and so on. I can actually play. Should I play some of the experiment that you did? This one here with the thumbnail?
Yeah, you can go ahead and play some videos. I have to put some batteries, new batteries in these multimeters, and I got some sensors and equipment that I need to put batteries in. So I'm just going to be doing that in the background and hooking everything up. You guys can see it. And then when we get to do the experiment, I'll have the secondary camera on my phone. So you'll get a zoomed in, like a close up of everything, and, get to ask questions and see what's going on a little better.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, so I'll have some peeps said there are not the sophisticated anti-flat Earth arguments. It's complete utter nonsense. Gonzo Johnny, dissing flat Earth does not score any points. I literally don't care. I'm at the point where it's like, if you're flat Earth, just please leave. Like I don't even care. Yeah, because here we're actually trying to make some change. Okay, if you oh my goodness, unbelievable. Anyways, I have it's like yeah, anyways, yeah, so here's the video here. So I might do it, but the thing is, it's like the flat Earth people, it's like they want you to do more flat Earth videos, but it's like I might do it, I might not. It's just it's a complete and utter like it's in I think every single like the inch of it is just nonsense. So on. But anyways, so this is the I'm gonna ask Grok AI once we show this. Because I made this thumbnail here. So here's the power of 37.3 watts. And I was asking the 65.7, that's volt amps. I'll ask him when he's ready. I asked Grok about that. It was interesting. And then it goes to 12.6 watts right here.
Yes, so the amount of power, wattage-wise, that is required for the whole system went down. The input power for the power supply.
And can you explain this? Yeah, the 65.7 VA. That's the something like volt amps or something. This figure.
Honestly, I'm not sure what that rating is. 65. It might be the voltage.
Because I had asked.
Google it, because there's a couple of settings on that Wattman I'm not familiar with.
Okay, so what I'll do is I want to make actually a Grok AI project for us. Beneficent.
That sounds fun.
How do you spell your name? Beneficent.
Beneficence.
Okay, so I'll make a project for it, and then the thing is, you can add like instructions and so on each time. But I just want to keep it so that it always reminds the exact same stuff. Okay.
Word.
Okay, so now we'll go right here, and I'm gonna go. What is this? And I did a screenshot here. I'm gonna go and. Okay, so you could do this. What is the VA in this reading meter? Okay, I'll keep it all in there, and volt amperes, which unit of oh yeah, so I did this before. Okay, yeah, so it's apparent power being drawn by the load. Is the real power, which is actual. Yeah, so it's the apparent power. Yeah, so so
apparent power versus real power.
Yeah. So basically, because it's the AC setup thing. I actually did a search before on this. So and again, it depends on the load factor. The load factor is a power. Yeah, and it tells you the load factor. So the load factor is 0.56 power factor, because it.
Oh, and you divide those to get the power factor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we can calculate the power factor. That'd be fun to do tonight. We'll record that data and calculate it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah. So that's real power, apparent power. Again, what was how do you put in like? Yeah, so it's real power, no, just voltage times current. Yeah, and then the actual one is voltage times current times power factor. And this is the actual one that goes into the load or something. What was
The
the
wattage.
difference
For the
is...
wattman? I thought the wattage was
Oh,
just the voltage times the amperage. That's, the voltage
no,
times the
that's
current.
the
That's what I
apparent
thought.
power. Because if you have
That's the
AC, no,
apparent power.
that's
So that's
DC.
that's
No, because
right.
AC
Okay.
is off sometimes, right? It's not. You don't have
That's
constant
right.
current,
No,
constant.
no.
Yeah.
So there has to be no, you're right. There has to be a third variable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
That makes
yeah.
sense.
So basically, it accounts for how many times is the actual current and voltage in the same direction. Like like
Gotcha.
something
No,
like that. Yeah.
that makes complete sense. That makes
Yeah.
complete, and this is a learning process for me too. Metrology, like
Yeah.
measuring this shit. This is all learning for me
Yeah.
too. So,
And that's the one thing
go ahead and
yeah, and that's the thing I'll ask
continue.
about
I'm
this.
just gonna.
Yeah. So I'll play this video. So
Okay.
um. Anyways, yeah. So Tammy, I'm late, but here, yeah, epic sub, Tammy. All right, Gonzo says, "Enjoy your flat Earth dissing by yourself." That's not dissing. It's like literally proof. If you have any actual evidence for flat Earth, like give one that you can literally take it to court. Just give one, and we'll see how like absolute nonsense that is, or not. Like it's again, if you can have one, otherwise you're just gonna go on flat Earth. It's like
Well, you're gonna have to disprove my triangle Earth theory first. So.
yeah. So anyway, yeah. So it's one of those. Earth is a rhombus. It's just like again, it's like people are like everyone that I've talked about flat Earth just says flat Earth is flat. Like they don't say what's the actual thing you can run by. It's like 9/11. 9/11 towers turned to dust. I don't need to go anymore. I don't need to tell you inside job or anything. Okay. So anyways, okay. So yeah. So this was the interactive lab, but here is a 23 watt reduction. It's actually 24. I'm gonna edit this. Rename 24.7. All right. So I'll play this move.
All right, Matthew, I finally figured out what I did wrong. I hooked up the coil wrong. So we're only using one channel on the stereo amp. And basically, what we're doing is we're hooking the end of channel A up to the beginning of channel B and using the start and end of channel A and channel B for one channel input on the stereo board. You can see at 42 right here, we're about 41 watts consumption. Okay. Putting in about 14.7 volts.
All right, yeah. So and also Steven F says Camp 1, Camp 2, Camp 3. Not everything is not like that. Earth is round. There's no other. There's nothing else you can say about it. It's like that's just the way it is. Not everything is, and it's also much different than 9/11 or other psyops. It's not a singular event. This is every second of every single day there is infinite. You'd have to assume infinite cover up, which is again, and while not providing a single piece of evidence. That's the thing I get mad about. It's like, why would you?
I don't understand why people have such a phobia against the Earth being round. Like they're so afraid of that idea. It's so extreme.
Yeah. No, and also like the arguments I showed it, and like people saying like Steven saying it's a weak argument. I mean, what's weak about it? The moon is pointing downwards, okay, and matches exactly what you expect. And then you have to assume all the GPS is all wrong. But the thing is, if the Earth is flat, it is extremely easy to prove if it was. And I'll be the first one to do it. I would actually get a what is it called? The surveying that surveying thingy. Survey.
Well, the physics don't
Elevation.
match up, okay? If the Earth was flat, we wouldn't stick to it if it was spinning around, okay? That's not how gravity works. Like, the gyroscopic effect just wouldn't be effective in getting us to stick to the surface. I'm sorry. It has to be around for that to happen.
Yeah, but also, like,
We would all off.
But, like, if it was flat, it's absolutely... It's so easy to prove. Just using the surveying thing. What is that called? Theodolite? Yeah, that's one. I actually did a class on this. Theodolite. You can literally just go to a highway and measure the exact elevation and just keep going until you're comfortable that the Earth is round or flat. And this is, you can literally just use this. Go like a few hundred meters each at a time, and measure exact same elevation. And then after literally go there, do a whole day, and after like a few hours, and you realize, okay, yeah, it's Earth is curved. Like there's no. All the cosmological inferences indicate that Earth appears to be a globe and solar bodies are a huge distance away. Okay, and like you're just going everywhere around. Which part of the argument that I showed is flawed? What's wrong with the moon, the sunlight pointing downwards? Like that is literally very good evidence that the Earth is round. Like that is that looks up cosmological whatever. You're just jumping to another thing.
Honestly, that's the best evidence I've seen so far, because that's something you can say, hey, we know how light behaves,
Yeah.
and it's behaving like this on the moon, so you can use that observation to infer the details.
Yeah, and also the moon is upside down in Australia, because it's like you only see one face, so it's upside down. Moon on the southern hemisphere. The people actually see the moon upside down. So like you just look at the moon, there, and so on. But anyways, the easiest one, like the easiest way to prove would just get one of these, and you can literally exactly determine how curved it is or not. So anyways, this is and talk to any surveyor, and they literally shows curvature even on a large pond of water. Survey water. Earth flat. So again, I actually use this one. It's extremely accurate. There's a person here that did an absolutely epic one. Yeah. So the curvature measurement assume light is traveling in a straight line rather than refraction. The curvature measurements assume light is traveling in a straight line. This guy, you can literally go like 100 meters distance at a time, like 100 meters. If it's curved, flat, doesn't matter. It can be. There's no refraction at 100 meters. You just go 100 perfectly flat every single time and do it. It's like this is where Stephen. I don't know if you're just a troll or actually believe this. I'm not flat earther, by the way, just to be clear. Yeah, I know, but you haven't said anything that indicates that you're like not trolling. How do you explain ice wall having the ability to hold the entire planet together on a flat plane? Yeah, I know, but this part here, curvature measurements. What measurements? I'm like, you just get a theodolite and it's straight. You get a. If you're 100 meters, the speed of light is 300,000 meters per second. Okay, so the curvature is going to be completely indifferent, and so on.
182,282 miles per second, I believe.
Yes. How theodolite works? Surveying works. Why doesn't it just show me good images? And you can literally just go and measure, and the thing is you can correct yourself by going back in a circle. So what they do is they would measure the elevation based on a reference point, and then just go the whole place, and then you go all the way back to where you started, and then you can calculate the error, because if there should be exactly the same elevation when you ended up with. So again, and you can go small distances. Small distances means you can rule out refraction mumbo jumbos. So you don't need to care about refraction. And you can, but the longer ones actually account for it. Like in these ones they actually account for the curvature of the Earth as well. They literally have these have built in corrections for the Earth's curvature for like when you do highways and so on. So it's like it's just too. I just want to get the surveying thingy. Why doesn't it just show it? I think okay. How land survey works. I cannot believe, yeah, so it's something like this. You would go there, and then you can measure the height, and then go backwards, and so on. Okay. Yeah, so anyways, you can go to people to measure, go back, keep going. You can literally measure incremental elevation changes, and you can again go over a highway, and you can go around the whole Earth and prove that the whole Earth is round. And again, it's absolutely diagram. Let's see diagram. Surveying for dummies. This should be the one. There was one before, but anyways, enough of this. And yeah, so anyways, so I'll go back to this one right here, because there's power factor. We'll play this video anyways, guys. If you have any actual stuff about flat Earth, like actual reasonable thingy that we can look up, say it. Otherwise, please don't say it. Again, these are Euclidean assumptions. Okay, you're just Stephen up, please. If you're here, you're just talking complete nonsense. These are Euclidean assumptions. Like, you even know what that means. Like you even know what that means. Okay. Anyways, like I said, if you have anything reasonable, please say it. Otherwise, like, what are you even doing? These are Euclidean assumptions. Okay. You just said a nonsense statement. All right. Anyways, please speak to me like English or something. Anyways, let's play this.
1.9 amps.
Okay. So here is the
right here.
So here's the setup. But the question is, whereas we have strange phenomena like the selenation. It's like, everyone just saying stuff. It's like, please, what is wrong with the surveying one? If you have anything wrong with it, let me know. The surveying one is obvious. It's like literally, it's like you're holding a rock in your hand. It's a rock. That's it. There's no questions. You're not saying, oh, maybe it's a hologram. Anyways, so please, Stephen F, stop trolling. Yes. Okay. So I was gonna say here. So what was the load on this thing? So you have this is where if you can like simplify it. So I know.
I finally figured out what I did wrong. I hooked up the coil wrong. So we're only using one channel on the stereo amp, and basically what we're doing is we're hooking the end of channel A up to the beginning of channel B, and using the start and end of channel A and channel B for one channel input on the stereo.
Yeah. Can you like this one right here, or are you still setting up stuff, Ben? I just wanted to see if you can.
Which no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if you can guide us through this this video that you sent me here, because so you have it's basically connecting these channels, but if you can put the big picture, what is actually happening? What are you loading up? Just a light bulb, or what are you trying to do in this setup exactly?
All right, so and you can actually if you want to bring up that diagram that is in my notes,
Yeah.
this would be a perfect time to show everybody.
This one right here.
Okay, so that first one right there. Yeah, zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So we're on the closed Nunez method circuit on the left-hand side. So this is the speaker/motor method, but it can also be used for the Wattman reduction experiment. And as you can see, it's the method that I'm going to utilize later tonight to show the heating induction as well, with the soft iron rod in the center of the coil. But for now, we're going to take this circuit, right? It's basically taking a stereo amp board, an amplifier, and a tone generator with the laptop. The laptop's not putting in any power, just a frequency, okay? It's just a tone. And it's modulating the energy from the amplifier that's going into the coil. And what the coil's doing is it's able to pulse at a certain natural resonant frequency that it's able to easily spin that neodymium sphere with its field geometry. And if we up the voltage enough, we should be able to pick up a monopole. I'll test that as well. I was struggling to pick it up, but I have a couple of ideas how we can do it with this small board. But yes, it'll produce a monopole, and it's not a true monopole. It's a pseudo monopole, meaning the south pole, I believe, is exposed, and the north pole, the input, is pinched to the point where it's not as negligent to the system. So we're using a single pole to drive that rotor a lot more efficiently than with an alternating pole situation where it's alternating from north to south, because that if you don't do it right, it can introduce a lot of drag and resistance to the rotary. So what we're doing with the monopole is driving that neodymium sphere. It's a magnetic sphere, and we're putting it in the center, and we're putting a tone of 12 hertz in there. We're starting at about 12 hertz, and we're driving it upward, and it starts to spin. And that spinning motion generates electricity that is in turn sent back into the system. But normally this electricity is like very, very like destructive and unusable, but it's able to be used, and it's able to complement the loss in the system to a point where it's actually feeding energy into the system, and it's appearing to require less input power. So imagine pouring water into a bucket. You're trying to get it to the top. Someone else comes in and just fucking dumps a bunch of water in from a different location. That's kind of what's going on. At least that's what it appears to be with the numbers and the Wattman experiment. And I'm glad that I'm have you here with me to point out the different things that I didn't notice, like the VA. That is important if you want to calculate the actual power factor. And we can easily do that tonight. And I'm really excited. You know, that's really cool.
Yeah, so yeah, just to wrap my head around. So basically, from this coil, this one here, is it the closed one you said? The one that I was showing you
Yes,
video?
we're gonna do the closed one. If we have time, I'll do a couple experiments
but
with the open
is
circuit.
this one the closed one? The one that you had the 23?
Yes, this is the closed one. This is
Okay.
basically the circuit on the left.
Yeah, okay,
With a little mini board and a.
Yeah, so basically
The laptop's just feeding a tone.
Yeah, so I'll describe it and let me know if I'm if I'm accurate or not. So basically, we have the source, which is just the power like outlet thingy, and then all you're doing is just running the coil. Is that the and there's heat generated.
The source. Yeah, the source is the amplifier and the
Okay.
tone generator combined. So you have the amplifier and the tone being fed in. That's the source.
Okay, so what
Yeah,
about
you have
the
the
power
see the
socket?
right and the left channel.
So where would the power socket be? Connected to the source? Where would the power socket?
Yes, the power supply isn't. It's included in the source. So
Okay, yeah, that's kinda
it's
what I
not
meant,
really
yeah.
display.
Yeah,
Yeah, so everything. Yeah, everything that we just discussed, the power supply, the tone generator, and the amplifier, that's all the source material there.
Okay, yeah, so
And
that's
you're
source,
just connecting the coil up to the amplifier though. So see the right and the left
okay.
channel.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
coil goes to the amplifier, and then the tone
Yes.
generator. So what does the tone generator? What is that connected to then? If it's not connected to the coil, what is that connected to?
So the tone generator, it goes from the laptop to the amplifier.
Okay.
The
Okay.
amplifier
Yeah.
amplifies the signal.
And it basically goes in and then modifies, like basically like oscillates how it. So how would that
Yeah,
work? Would that be?
we use that to. Yeah, we use it to tune the system. Basically,
Okay.
we can control the frequency of the system that way.
Yeah, and basically it's AC tuned frequency, and then you generate heat when this is there, or both times, when it's there and when it's not
Yes,
there?
when you have the closed circuit, you'll see later in tonight in our experiments, it does produce heat, especially when you have a soft iron core in the center of the coil, and it does produce the vibration and spin, which means it'll spin a rotary.
Yeah.
Now the open circuit method does not produce heat and does not produce spin. I haven't been able to test the heat factor, so if we have time, it'll be cool to kind of verify that. Because that's neat, right? It's supposed to be a little bit colder. I think Daniel Nunes reported at least 10 degrees colder in the center of the coil. I have the equipment to measure it, so why not if we have time?
And then
yeah.
And then would this be sending off radio waves, or what kind of waves it looks like?
Oh, HV is high voltage.
Okay.
So that's the dangerous part here. We have to be very careful when running the open circuit method. It produces very high voltage, and it has a tendency to produce a lot of ozone at a lower voltage threshold. So normally you would have to have a corona discharge of some sort at like 1,000 volts or so to produce any kind of ozone. But this, I've seen even Michel Morel, who came up with our lightning thief circuit and our lumen lamp circuit, he reported having his whole apartment filled with ozone within a few minutes of running this thing. And I think he was only putting in like 100 or 200 volts into it. So it's extremely dangerous. We want to be careful when we run it. We don't want to run it for extended periods.
Okay.
That's why
what would ozone do if you had it?
So ozone is good at sterilizing the environment, but you don't want to breathe it in. It's not good to breathe in. It causes all sorts of health problems. So, but you can use it to sterilize your environment if you're not in the room. Like, you run it for a few minutes, leave the room for a little while and come back,
Okay. And then the other question I have is, so the heat on the closed circuit, the one that you had set up, is there more or less heat when the magnet is spinning versus you don't have the magnet there?
That's an interesting question, Matt. I'm glad you asked that because I didn't think of that. We can set that down to test tonight. So put a note. Let's put a note on that. In my notes here to remind me to test for the temperature while the magnet's spinning.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll do that. And should we do that right now, or should we just play this video so people know the earlier one you had?
Yeah, play the video. I still have a couple of things to do.
Yeah. Okay. I'll play.
Like
so
5-10 minutes.
Yes, basically you're just running the coil itself, and that's the power drawn is less when you have the magnet there. And then I'm gonna ask Grok AI that and see what it thinks about it. All right, I'm gonna play this.
A board. You can see at 42 right here, we're about 41 watts consumption. Okay. Putting in about 14.7 volts, 1.9 amps.
Okay, this is a question actually I have before he just left. Okay, this is 41 watt power that's being taken. Yeah, this question here. So you were taking 41 watts right here. This is from the outlet, and then the question is, what's the other reading that you're having right here? Now you're taking. Now your says 1.9 amps, and
so that's the power input. So that's going to give you times the voltage. You times the voltage by the current. You just times those two numbers, and you'll get the wattage.
Yeah, 4.7. Yeah, so this is going to be. Would this be the same number? It's 8.93 though. So what I'm saying is, what is it versus the one previous? Oh, 14. Oh, the 14. I put the wrong numbers in. 14. Never mind. Yeah, this is.
So the power supply is supplying the board, the stereo amp board to power on. Yeah. So it can't go above 18 volts.
Yeah. Okay.
So don't pay any attention really to the power supply, because in general, it's gonna require a lot more power to get that into the board. So the power supply is hooked up to the wall. The wall has to power this power supply with a lot more voltage to get that.
Okay, and this is the power supply right here.
So basically, that's it. I mean, it's interesting. It's good to pay attention to that because we see the current going up, but it's basically when we're taking our power factor readings, that voltage there is kind of irrelevant. That's just for the stereo board, really. In reality, it could be the power supply could be consuming a lot more voltage than that to put that to the board. If that makes any sense, it could be drawing a lot more from the wall.
Okay. So this is what you're actually, I just wanted to like get all the connections because again this is like I'm just
no, it's good. We have to explain all this because it has to be broken down and simplified so everybody can understand. This is the power supply. It's hooked up to the wall. The wall is drawing a lot more, or the wall is putting out a lot more power than the power supply is putting out to the board.
Yeah,
that's all that means.
Yeah, I can also. Stephen F says ozone emissions are a health problem in LENR or low energy nuclear reactions. Interesting. And I'll ask.
I mean, we don't know. I don't have the equipment to test if this is actually getting producing low nuclear reactions.
Yeah.
You know, like we have a theory that these coils could be, producing plasmoids, microscopic plasmoids to some extent. You know, we really don't know.
Okay, yeah, so I'm asking Grok, so what health hazard does ozone have in open circuits? Ozone O3 is a highly reactive gas that can form in open electrical circuits, especially during arcing, sparking, or corona discharge, commonly in high voltage equipment. Switches, motors are faulty. Yeah, this is something I gotta be careful of, so, because I had a test.
Right, but you see all these, if you ask Google AI, they would say it's a mistake of measurement or anomalies, but these aren't anomalies with the coil. It's the way the coils, it produces ozone at very low voltages compared to other coils. We really don't know why at this point. We have theories. It is able to step up voltage on a 1-to-1 coil ratio, which is unheard of. How the fuck does it do that, right? And I ran this through Google AI, and Google AI is different because it's not open-minded like the other AIs. Like, it doesn't take everything in. It only takes in peer-reviewed data, right? So Google AI was fighting me on this. And it was the only... I've used like 5-6 different AIs because I want to verify I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I'm always questioning myself. Is this true? Is this really what I'm seeing? I want to make sure, right? And every other AI has been like really like open-minded and saying, yeah, this could be something. You need to explore it more. It's worth looking into. Fucking Google is just saying, oh, this is just a measurement error or some bullshit. I'm like, what the
yeah, no, but again, that's why even with the AIs, that's why I do the project thingy, so you can actually feed in exactly what you want. So I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna feed in your Benefactor's vortex coil guide, so that
feed it. Go ahead.
Basically, what happens is every single time you ask it a question, it will use this as a reference. So,
oh, that's so cool. Yes. So yes, please. That would be so cool. So because I mean, I eat this constantly, so I don't know if you'll have to like tell it to read it again sometimes, but
yeah, use this guide as a reference. For all questions. Yes, but so you can tell this is instructions.
Tell it that I update it periodically too, so make sure it's rechecking it.
This is where storing. That's why if you can. But the thing is, it doesn't know how to read Google Drive ones. Those are like they're closed source. Basically, this is why I put on the Hive blockchain. I can just send a link. So this is where once we get you on this, you can start editing as well. And then as opposed to doing it so that's why you see what I do. Everything is open in here so that if anything happens, it's still there forever. So it's like nobody can delete this. Yeah, this setup. Okay, so that's
Right.
that part, and so I put it in there. And,
Right. Well, I mean,
yeah.
you know, I do have some updates on the Daniel Nunes situation.
Okay. Yeah.
He did he did start very, very lightly responding on his Instagram.
Interesting.
You know, after he posted that cryptic video of the Rasha headphones.
Okay. And,
So
and I have an update on Marco Rodin. Someone commented
really,
on my video, but he was saying I was mocking him. I wasn't mocking him in my vortex call. I just said I like you gotta be critical of people saying that you got free energy device, but it's with some vortex math. I'm like, you can't just say stuff.
yeah, no, it's important. Yeah, like I love Marco Rodin's work, but it's important if you make extraordinary claims that you can have some way of verifying them or backing them up, right? And he does make some unverifiable claims, and it's hard to, you know, like not ask those critical questions, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Well, here's an update on him though. So this guy says he on my video from like 2020. So he says, "Why mock a person who knows nothing about who you know nothing about?" I didn't mock him. I just literally told him. He's saying you can do anti-gravity and cure cancer. I'm like, that's needs proof. All right. Anyway, so
yeah, that needs proof.
yeah,
exactly.
I'm like, until someone provides proof, it's like, well, my charlatan sensors start tingling. So he says,
right. No, but
yeah.
you always have to be skeptical and always be critical if you know, have some claim like that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I came into this whole rodent coil situation being a diehard skeptic. I didn't think it was possible, but I was like, okay, so, but I couldn't find anybody actually replicating Daniel's work. Where like everything that I looked on Etsy and everything, they were all fucking doing it wrong. And I'm like, okay, well, if nobody's actually doing it how he did it, how do we know? So I tried it, and I'm like, holy shit, this stuff is actually working.
Yeah.
But Daniel, he responded on his Instagram to a couple of comments, and he said that he's exclusively partnered with Rasha.
Right.
And it's what I had a feeling with. I think he had a 2 or 3 year contract with Rasha.
What's
Russia?
What's Rasha? What's
Rasha is a company.
Okay.
Elias the Cool. Shout out to Elias. He's a good friend of mine. He sent me a lot of information on Rasha and the founder of Rasha. He's kind of like a charlatan, to be honest.
Okay.
He's going around on his podcast making claims that Elias was telling me he's making these claims that he invented this technology. And if you go to the Rasha website, there's nowhere on the website where it mentions Daniel Nunes or his coil was invented by Daniel Nunes. Okay. It says it's his technology. It's his invention.
And what's his account? What's Daniel Nunes Instagram again? Do you remember the username?
I think it's the first one right there. I don't.
Well, I
honestly,
clicked it.
I don't know.
It goes to this guy. Is this him? And this guy's doing some Illuminati hand signs. All right.
No, that's not him. That's not him. Here, let me see if I can find it on my end.
There's another Daniel Nunes studio. No, this guy.
No, don't even worry about the Instagram. Just go to the Rasha website.
Okay, but before we get to that, I want to read this on Marco Rodin's update. So he says he has been destroyed by your type of prejudice. I'm like, I did a 10-hour video, okay, on Vortex Map. Literally explaining.
Dude, Marco is anything but a victim. Come on, please. The dude is like living in fortune and fame. Well, listen, get out of here.
Well, he says here his early experiments with anomalies and toroidal windings led to his number theoretic. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. I've watched all his videos, and in one, he does spill the beans a bit on the deeper architecture envisioned. He held back as he hoped for a big payday. I'm like. And he says something about.
But he actually didn't. He didn't do anything practical application wise with this technology. He had a theory, and then Randy Powell came along and challenged his theory and said, "Hey, I found new number patterns that you didn't see, Marco." They had a big falling out because of it. Marco did not like that. Apparently, that Randy actually found something that was useful out of it, and he didn't. I don't know.
Interesting, yeah. Because and I think someone else. I think I read it wrong, but he said that he was.
Daniel had this.
Okay, that he was homeless.
Daniel had this.
Okay, go on.
No.
No,
Marco has a nice.
Okay, he's not homeless then. Okay, because I think I read it. I think I read something different. Okay.
At least he shouldn't be. He's always had a nice house with a nice set of income from his lectures and stuff. He gets a lot of money from private contractors. He teaches people. He's always taught people. And
Okay.
he's infamous for saying, if you want to be a master of your technology, you come to me. I can imagine that he gets a lot of money from teaching people.
Yeah,
I
but
would if I knew what he did.
yeah,
I'm
but
fucking broke. You see
no,
me? I'm living in a single bedroom apartment.
yeah, no, I know, but like, does he actually? Is it actually producing stuff, or is he just getting money from some
He,
black budgets?
I don't know. This is all
Okay,
skeptical. Or this is
and
all
okay. What's the website before we get back into nitty gritty? What's the website that you were that?
So go to the Rasha website. I don't know what it is. Just Google Rasha, RASH, Rasha Technology.
Okay. And then what's it? What that's
But
it?
he's partnered exclusively with Rasha. I believe Rasha made him take down
Rasha
all of his
Scaleway.
videos because
Yeah.
this guy wanted everybody to believe that it's his technology.
This right here.
He has no mention of Daniel
Oh,
anywhere on
this
his
right here.
website.
The Rasha Future Wellness Frequency Transferring Your Body and Mind
Yeah.
Energy with Rasha.
I challenge you to find any reference to Daniel Nunes and his work on this website. Go ahead. I'll
Okay.
give you a moment because I got to set up.
Okay. Well, you can also do a Grok AI deep search on it. But,
Yeah. Right. Do that. And there's also a page where it tells you all the technology this is based off of. Nobody's.
Well, there's no mention
It's-
of the website with because you can do a site colon search. There's no mention of Nunes in the
It's
website.
just a little suspicious when you combine that with the fact that this guy is going around on his podcast, making it believe like he's the master of this technology. He invented it, and there's nobody else involved. And I'm just like this guy sounds like a charlatan, and he's selling these Rasha experience like sessions for like $2,000. You go in this dome for like an
Yeah.
hour or something, and you experience meditation, but it's like an elitist technology. This isn't something that everybody can experience, right?
That's a lot of money.
And I don't like that. I want everybody to be able to experience this technology, to be able to use it. It's supposed to be for everybody, not for like rich people. So that right there kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, this is and Nunes says he's working with these guys. He's probably not allowed to like. Yeah,
And to be fair, I don't know what his financial situation was. Maybe he had to take a paycheck. Maybe he didn't even know what Rasha was going to do. I can imagine they lied to him and said, you might, or you just have to take down all your videos. But they didn't like tell them, oh, we're going to charge up the ass for this technology. Nobody's going to be able to use it except for rich people. You know what I mean? They could have lied to him. Who knows?
Yeah, this is the Rasta.
Because Daniel really wanted everybody to experience this stuff.
Yeah, this is
now he's like almost non-existent on his social media. He doesn't talk to the public. He doesn't engage with them. He's under some kind of lock deal.
Yeah, this is a
like he can't say anything, and he might have got like a lot of inventors get stuck in these contracts like that. Like they're very shady companies. They come by and they have these clauses that you don't realize. Oh, basically they have all the rights to your technology now. They can control you.
Yeah, this is and yeah, it's all messed up. But like, why is it always like these electromagnetic stuff about healing and stuff so expensive? Like that's not the only one I've seen. There's another one. If you go to David, this is I think P95, P25, something like that. I was gonna go over this the previous one we had, BeneficenceTV. How do you spell again? Beneficent is the hardest word I've ever. Okay, TV. 1 second, I'll be.
I know. In retrospect, I really should have thought out that name before I made the channel.
No, that's all good. That's all good. So Beneficent TV. No, it's this is I put it in the random notes because so David Lapointe. Have you heard about them? I think I've mentioned before. David Lapointe on the primer fields. So he has another device. It's like but instead of a coil, it's permanent magnets, but in a dome shape. And now he's charging. Now you can buy one for like $2,000 or something. But at least the 3D prints, he made them open source. You can at least and apparently you can heal and do all the stuff. But anyway, so it's always a few $1,000s, and you can heal yourself with.
Well, I'm interested. I'll take a look at it and see.
Yeah.
Because I'm always open to the possibility that there might be healing properties to the coil. I just never found any credible evidence. And the people who selling this shit for healing on Etsy, they're not even hooked it up right. They don't even have it hooked it up right for generating 0-point energy. You have to have at least 2 counter-rotating channels of electromagnetic energy to produce a 0-point on the equatorial plane between them, right? You have to have 2 counter-rotating fields, 2 channels. Anybody selling these coils with 1 channel is just, it's a toy. It's a novelty. It's like a Tesla coil at this point.
Yeah, it's interesting because David Lapointe, I'm not sure if you've ever seen his videos where he has actually electric current going through, and you can make like a little like plasma ball, like an actual plasma ball, and also like he tried to replicate
See, that's good. That's
current.
important though, because plasma, as we know, is a gateway to 0 point energy. So if you're creating plasma, your system might be doing what it's supposed to be doing. I don't know. I haven't looked at the system, but that's a green flag in my book. Plasma generation, when you're
Yeah,
dealing with something like 0 point energy and healing frequencies.
yeah. So you can go yeah, primer fields. This is basically, and he had his own theory about magnetism and so on. But they're pretty cool. You can generate just plasma with just permanent magnets. So we have current going in, and you have permanent magnets sustaining a plasma. So not a coil, like it's actual permanent magnets in a dome shape. And you gotta get a discharge too.
That's wild. It's a magnet that's generating the plasma. What the hell?
Oh well, yeah. He basically has a discharge in there, a current discharge,
That's
and
crazy.
then he has just
That's
permanent
crazy.
dome-shaped magnets, and then he has his theory on it, on basically coil. If you put the permanent magnets such that they're in a coil setup, and then also you can he also shows that you can have I think these were regular balls, but then in like instead they don't stick to each other. Yeah, these are 3 mm steel balls, and they all like line up together as opposed to sticking. You can see this right here. So these are permanent magnets, and then those are steel balls, not magnets. And then notice how it's like they're all separated, yet not separated. See, that's it's like they're not. So it's something weird going on in here. And you can also make atomic orbital setups. It's pretty cool stuff. There's a plasma discharge segment and inventors in 0 point. Yeah, and then
All right, I'm gonna get the camera set up for you guys.
okay, yeah, okay. Let's know when you have that set up, and then we can walk through it. But this is all just fascinating stuff here. I'm gonna go. This is David Lapointe set up here, and I'll put it. I'll just put some comments right here. Just David Lapointe P25 PEFE25, and then this too is. This is all just yeah. So definitely something's going on. Like Nunez trashed Marco Rodin. So well, he had the comment saying that Marco Rodin was being
He
dishonest.
did too. So not just Randy Powell, but Daniel Nunes had a falling out with Marco because he was buddy with him for a while. I seen him on a live stream, and I'm gonna send you a package of our kits and stuff, and you can see how this works and stuff. He actually had access to this technology. He didn't do anything with it himself. I don't know why. You know, like maybe he was jealous. I don't know. I couldn't
Yeah.
say.
Okay, and it looks like you got your hard hat on. Okay, so you're going you got like you're going under an underground mine or something. You got
Well,
a
yeah, we're dealing with high. We're gonna do a RPM reading for the spinning sphere, but we're dealing with really high speed for the sphere spinning in a glass container. So we want to take all the precautions for this test that we can. I'm gonna put on thick gloves as well because sometimes in these experiments the glass can chip. So anybody trying this, please know what you're doing.
Yeah. Have you considered putting like a once you set up, put like a cage around it, just like you know baseball where they have like behind the batter they have a giant netting, just a netting around that spinning thing, so if it launches out you can block it off.
Hey, in the ideal lab, all of the walls would be coated with foam.
Okay, yeah, this is okay. So anyway, he's gonna go in hard, guys. So prayers up. All right.
I gotta hook up the camera real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah. Stephen F says David's Lapointe's device should work. He was ripped off by his initial vendor and has dissociated with him. Yeah, I have to message David Lapointe. I asked him if he can send me one of those so I can do experiments and also promote his primer field device. But he said it was expensive, and the guy was whatever. He said something that he has no ability to do that. But anyways, yeah. So the vendor is that isn't legit info there. Plasma discharge motor, 80% water, entirely non-polluting. So plasma discharge motors run on 80% water and are entirely non-polluting. All right.
It's making me download the app. I don't know why I can't do through the browser, but yeah, give me a second.
Alright, lab guest admit. Okay, so I am admitting that. What about that? Okay, so it doesn't show any video there, but what about the camera that you have that's filming your laptop? Like, you just maybe move that over. Oh, okay. Oh, there's you. Okay, so you're going in. I'll pin this. So
Got it?
yeah. So which should I unpin the other one? Okay. So we have two cameras. Yeah, sideways is pretty good. Yeah, I'll unpin
Sideways?
this one.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, sideways is good. This is pretty good. So I'll stop sharing mine so you can see how it is on the laptop. So yeah, you can see it. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So you're next level. Okay, epic stuff. Okay, so we see, yeah, so we can let us know. Okay, so we have a bunch of coils. Yeah, I really want one of these coils. I want to take it to John Hudson, if Nancy lets me. All right, okay, so there's the magnet there. And have you checked the polarity of it? Do you have a polarity detector?
Yes, I have a polarity detector.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it spins where the poles are on the side. That's just from my
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing all that. I have all those readings taken. This is the pole detector here.
Okay.
I also have a physical one.
Yeah, those ones I like. I have one of those.
I've got magnetic tape. Oh shit, I fucked it up.
So,
No, there we go.
what does magnetic tape do? It just
So it shows you the field.
Oh, the magnetic film.
might be
Okay,
able-
yeah, okay. I called
You might
magnetic
be able
film.
to see
Okay, yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Maybe be able to see
Yeah.
something.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
Um,
I called magnetic field viewer. I never called it. I never heard about it being called magnetic tape. All right, interesting.
It's just a, I don't know what the proper name for it is.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest.
No,
I
I
just
just
call it magnetic tape.
yeah.
But
okay. This is the
this
temperature.
is the thermometer for taking surface temperatures. We're gonna do that for the heating induction test with this soft iron core here.
Okay, and then you said that you actually got some results, but you said it was not efficient, or but you can make it more efficient.
It might not be efficient. Yeah, I don't know what the efficiency is. It's hard to say, but I have a feeling it's not going to be very efficient until I adjust the system. Maybe
Yeah.
put a capacitor in there or something.
Yeah, but the power reduction one is one of those where yeah, I want to put it through AI to see if there's something we're missing, because I'm like, if the power's reducing, it's getting more efficient.
Yeah.
But you said
Yeah,
but you said it can't run for too long. What's how long can you run it for before with the closed
No,
circuit?
that's the open
Okay.
circuit method. This is the closed method. This doesn't produce ozone, so
And-
we're good.
And you can run this
Um,
for as long as you like, and you can run it for as long as you want and no issue, or
Yeah, as long as it can run for. I mean, sometimes if you have it set at a specific frequency, it will skip, and it'll stop. But generally speaking, it should run for as long as you need it to.
okay, yeah, and then what about damage to the? Yeah, you said damage to the glass. That's probably the only wear and tear then.
Yes.
Then you just get into the
And
glass, yeah.
to be very is a very important note to let everybody or to let it. Sorry, I'm getting major echo in my ear, so bear with me. But it's very important to tell everybody that you need a glass container instead of plastic or ceramic or anything like that.
Wait, you're getting echo in your ear from the audio, or is it from your Benefactor?
It's because I have.
You can mute the other one. You can
because I have two cameras.
Oh, no,
So
but you
I
can-
have my headphones.
No,
and the one camera I'm holding is feeding back into my ears. So just give me a second.
Oh no, I was gonna say you
Um,
can mute mute one of them. Mute your laptop or whichever one.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm just gonna bear with it for a second.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I need to do is set this up. So the only thing I was really trying to explain is this glass right here on the glass container, or this glass container acts as like a amplifier to the etheric energy. For some reason, glass interacts in a different way to the aether, and that's the theory behind it.
Because have you tried with plastic? Have you tried that?
Yeah, compared to like plastic
Well, the thing is, plastic
ceramic
is
or anything else.
Yeah, because I know plastic is it's like more absorbent on the vibration. It will probably absorb it. Glass is like more rigid. Ceramic, yeah.
Let's set this down for a second.
And it needs to be perfectly in the center there. Can you place it just like? Would it be possible to put like a flat glass and then it stands on top?
So you start it out in the center, but once it's synchronized, you could take it outside, like
And
Jack
also-
Scholes showed. I haven't been able to fully synchronize it yet, but we can partially synchronize it where we can take it pretty far outside of the donut, and
Okay.
it'll still spin.
Yeah.
You just
Okay.
need to start it in the middle, though.
Okay. Yes. So I hear an echo as well. So that's the thing. Do you want two mics on? Because you could just mute the one on your laptop. Would that be better?
Yeah. Well, okay, so you can hear me right now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just keep the other one muted.
Well, no, I can hear you this one. Yeah. So I can hear you. Yeah. Let's see. That thing I could hear you. Rather not have double. Okay. So counter-rotating fields. Bob has been doing this recent lives on this. Tesla has a major homopolar patent based on this. Yeah. So apparently Tesla has a patent on homopolar like counter-rotating fields. So similar to this. So the counter-rotating fields is the name of the game. All right. Okay, so he's but to connect the wires.
Yes,
Yeah, I was
you
saying.
call that torsion physics. Torsion physics is very important.
Yeah, because he was just saying, like, do you know about that? The Tesla has a patent on co-rotating homopolar mumbo jumbo.
I did not know that, but he has a lot of patents that I don't know about.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like my soccer game tomorrow is canceled because of the rain.
Move the laptop over here.
All right. So get some.
Sorry, tachometer.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna start drinking some coffee.
Ooh, coffee sounds good right now. Actually, let's bring this down a little bit.
Yeah, this looks as well. Okay, so there's this mad scientist. Oh, you have a sign that says "Mad Scientist at Work." That's cool. I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, I found it on Amazon. I thought that was funny.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Here it goes.
All right. Oh, should we have a look at the power one before and after? What is the power?
Yes. So I'm just testing it to make sure it works. We're at 12 hertz right now. It's just starting to spin. It's not very stable. The Wattman is showing 53.3 watts.
Okay, so 53.
It looks like 85.7 VA.
Yeah, so you have to divide that out. Yeah. So that's the actual input, and then the other one is the actual output.
And you can see while it's spinning unevenly, how the current is fluctuating because it's generating current, but it's also drawing more current from the power supply as well. Because the frequency, when you up the frequency, it ups the voltage.
Yeah, interesting. And that's that's the power supply. Okay, now you have it.
So we're gonna stop the tone. So no tone's going in. It stops everything. See, the current draw goes down.
Okay.
But also.
So you just stop the tone, but
like idling here.
Oh, so yes, but like I'm trying to wrap my head around. So basically, you stop the tone, but the current's still there. So what's so there's no there's very little power going in. Like, well, why wouldn't it just keep going high power? Or,
So there's no need
Oh, because it's
to
not.
draw a lot of power
Oh, because
from the power supply
because,
right now because there's no frequency being put into the
Oh,
amp.
okay. So basically, the AC.
So there's nothing for the stereo to amplify.
So is it acting like DC? Like I'm just trying to wrap my head around. What's the? It's like it's basically once you add the tone.
Like DC?
What is it? No, I'm saying.
Is what acting like DC?
Because you're well, again, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So you have
So this is DC from the power supply.
Okay, oh, it's coming DC.
And it's going into the board.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it is
and
DC.
It's powering the board.
Yeah, so it
is. The board is using the tone to turn that DC into true AC.
Okay, and then that turns it. And then basically you need the tone to actually change it. Otherwise you're just getting the low power DC.
Right. So right now it's only drawing 9.5 watts from the wall because the tone isn't on. There's nothing for the amp to amplify. So it doesn't need more power from the power supply.
Okay.
But once we turn on that tone. Oh, something happened. I think something got disconnected.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. So once we turn on that tone, see, it spikes. But it's flipping because the magnet is also providing energy. So it's like fighting.
Yeah, and there's vibration too, so it could do some...
Yeah. And now you see the consumption on the wall. Can you see that?
Yep. Okay, so 52. What was it before? Like a 9 or something?
9 something.
And then once and that's with the magnet. What if you take the magnet out? What is it without the magnet?
Oh shit! Something's smoking.
So what if you take the magnet? Okay, but what if you take the magnet out?
Something's smoking. Hold on. Why is the wire smoking? Yeah, something's getting hot. Maybe touching the plastic. That might be what happened. Sorry, I have to adjust this. I don't want a fire in the lab.
Yeah.
Ooh, you can smell it.
Yeah, okay, that's about. But I was gonna say, like, what would the power be without the magnet in there, or does it do anything different?
It's the same as if it stopped. It's gonna be the same, 9.5 or whatever it was.
Even when you have the tone generator on?
No, when the tone generator's off.
No, that's what I meant. No, I meant like.
You want me to turn? Okay, so here, I'll show you. It's the same.
Yeah, so I'm saying when you have a tone generator on, but you take the magnet out because you had the magnet on the whole time.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna fix this and we'll put it on there.
Yeah.
Just gonna turn this down maybe a little bit. But you still get the modulation. The tone is on right now.
Okay, so tone is on, so it's still doing the same thing. So it has a 2 power or whatever, 2 watts. Is that no 2 amps?
Yeah, it's still fluctuating the current.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, what I'm trying to say is like always see the numbers with every single variable adjusted to see what happens. And then I do want to ask Grok AI, what's the okay? So now I think your phone is inside the thing. Yeah, so your phone is not showing a screen. Oh, now it's showing.
I know, I have to set it down. I only have 2 hands here. It'd be nice if I had a lab assistant, actually.
Okay.
We're gonna increase the frequency.
Yeah, because I did see that video of someone pulling it out and it's still spinning. So that's what you meant by it's still like in resonance?
That's called magnetic synchronicity.
Yeah, is that like a mainstream phenomenon? Like, do they is there a term for that, or is that
not at all.
yeah, because that's mind-boggling.
That is something that Einstein would consider spooky action at a distance.
Yeah, because
like literally call it that if Einstein was alive today.
And the thing is, have you done it at a significant distance?
All right, you see it? Hold on.
Yeah, because this is some like Hudson
hear it?
Effect. Yeah, I can hear it.
You're gonna take it out.
Yeah, and it's still spinning. How far away can you go?
Spinning. It slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's still spinning right outside the core.
You know, that is, so it's literally, it's like polarizing the air around it, or
Still spinning.
the vacuum around.
Still spinning, and then it stopped.
Okay, so, and the
It
other...
just stopped, but it didn't slow down. Watch that again. Here,
Yeah.
I want you to watch it again.
It just
didn't slow down.
It just stopped.
It just fucking spin. It started spinning, and then it just stopped.
Yeah. Okay.
Normally, when you would take it out, you would think it would just slow down, right?
Yeah, but I'm assuming it's because it's like the actual polarity change is probably, it's like there's a reversal moment.
It's a monopole, dude. So there's only one pole.
Well, you can do the you have the pole measurement. You want to measure the pole on it?
Yeah, we can do that in a second. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, once it goes into resonance.
Back up.
Yeah, once it's resonance, and then measure the pole.
Make it faster. All right. Now we're gonna take it out.
And also check the polarity. Where's the pole?
Oh, it's not gonna do it with the magnet in there. You won't get an accurate reading.
But let's just see if it will fluctuate as well. It might be fluctuating. Just check if it's probably fluctuating. Let's see, like that thingy. That other one, the one that, that physical one, the physical magnet. I was saying the physical magnet. This is changing? Yeah, the physical one. That's one I have. It's pretty cool. Let's just see what happens to it.
See, it's just picking up the magnet.
No, the physical one. Remember the one that it shows you? But it looks like it's flipping polarity. But like, remember the physical one? So you can see the direction of the magnet. No, I know, but do you have the physical one or no? That other one. Remember that little...
yeah, hold on. I only have one hand free with the camera.
Oh, okay. You have the... You gotta... Okay, see this one here. Yeah. Yeah, just to see how it, how it aims. Okay, so it's... Is there a point where
it's gonna stick to it though if I get too close.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool. But it looks like that's the south side.
It's vibrating like a motherfucker right here.
Yeah. So it looks like it's because it's not rotating. Can you like maybe at an angle?
No, it's not rotating.
So that's an interesting part. Okay, so it's not actually polarity changing. It's just the vibration is causing the rotation.
Yeah.
So it's not actually like an actual physically turning the polarity. This is a pretty interesting setup. All right, and the other part is like you can remember that the guy who had the so the guy who had the video of it moving away and doing that. Do you think that was real or like because or do you think there's any chance that he faked it because it seemed a bit out there? The one
that Jack Scholes was on. That was 100% real because Daniel Nunes did it.
Yeah, I know, because that thing is like if you can do it, but then again, Daniel Nunes is like in hiding and stuff. Like I need someone that I trust. Yeah, even if this is far out. Yeah, this is yeah. So basically, the vibration is causing the rotation, not the full on, like it's like not the actual polarity fully changing. It's just the fact that polarity is like slightly shifting. Okay.
Let's start it back at 7 hertz.
Okay, and then I want to.
Oh wait, this isn't all the way up. Hold on.
I want to ask Rock about all this.
There we go. Here we go, baby. I know you can go faster.
Oh, that is fast. And you got your gear on. That's good. There's got to be some like hard plastic that this glass is pretty scary. That's pretty scary.
Then it just stops.
Okay, no, that's.
And it's still vibrating, dude. It's still vibrating right here.
Okay, so it is vibrating. Okay,
Look
so
at it.
it just
Look at it. It's still spinning a little bit. Holy shit!
And now, yeah, then that's where I wanted to check the polarity. Then whenever you can. Okay, now it's vibrating.
Holy fuck, that was weird. It's like it wanted to fucking synchronize.
Okay, and then we'll check the power. We didn't check the power reading when it was fully resonance. The watt reduction.
Oh yeah, hold on 1 second. Let's do that.
And
then
let's
get back up to speed.
Okay, and then you get it to 93 hertz, so cycles per second on that tone. Basically, AC is going on and on, off and on for that much.
Shit.
And I think we have like a similar study table.
Hold on.
Okay, we have similar standing tables, I think.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
Yeah, I'm on one right now. This is a standing table. It goes up and down. I just lowered it. Yeah, so once you have it, then we just want to check the power reduction.
It's really hard to do. Hold on.
Yeah. Because that was gonna be the first experiment I was gonna do is that spinning magnet from a distance. Because I've seen that one. I'm like, it's like people do a cool thing like that. It's like you gotta drive it home to the point. This is real next level stuff. A lot of people don't really do that. And this goes back to the flat earth. Like if there's any evidence of flat earth, I would have been like literally the biggest one promoting it, regardless of what people say. But I couldn't find anything. I was trying to find something, like just anything to tip my hat on. But anyways.
Okay, we're 108 hertz. Let's check the Wattman. See, the current went down, the current draw.
Yeah, so current goes way down.
Yep.
Yeah, because
13 or 14.
Yeah, so we got to 13. And it was before. What was that? 59 or something?
Let's take it out and see. Still spinning. Still
Holy.
Still spinning.
Oh no. Okay.
Still vibrating.
No, but you know where it's still spinning? It tried to like stay where it was still spinning at a 49. Okay, so we're getting over 30ish. Yeah, 35, I think.
Well, I'm gonna turn it off and cool down the system for a minute, and we'll talk for a few minutes while the system cools down.
Okay, no, that's cool. And now we could ask Rock and see what possible explanations mainstream or even, but it's probably some unmainstream setup there. Okay, I'm gonna go. So you have that there. Okay, I'll show your setup here. Yeah, so there it is. There's his lab. And you're literally like a mad scientist. All right. So yeah, so guys, those in the chat here, we literally have a mad scientist doing mad science. I think that would have been a cool name too. So Beneficent TV is pretty cool, but mad science is pretty cool. All right.
I do like that name. I regret maybe I should have named the channel that.
No, it's all good. Beneficent, but the thing is, mad science. There's probably a whole bunch of other people. But Beneficence, it's good. It helps me work on my French, whatever language. It helps me pronounce words. It's good. Okay. I'm gonna pin this. So I'll share my screen again with you, and so we could do this in there. Yeah. So let's say I'm gonna set your input here. Flow speaker. Whoops. I'm gonna do a screen grab here. Okay. Screen grab. I'm gonna grab the speaker motor. Okay. And this is such a cool setup. This guy's coils. I need to like. Actually, I'll if I get rich, I'll hire you as to make a bunch of coils for me. And I think we definitely need to sell coils.
I would definitely do that.
Yeah, because people are this like these guys are selling like $2,000 like experiences and all this. I'm like, we could probably sell decent like
dude,
for everybody, like not because these guys are again you are right about the latest part.
You can have a successful business and earn a decent income, and not fucking have to like cut out most of the population. You know, you can make your shit affordable and still make money. You know what I mean? And open source it. You know why?
Yeah.
It's under my impression that open sourcing this technology, I come out with it, and then somebody else comes out with it, and all of a sudden we're getting promotion more because we have two people on the market that nobody's looking at, right? It puts more eyes on this technology, and it inspires people to make better versions of it, which is what we want.
No, definitely, but I also think that there's also some like secret society reasons for them to not to let us know. Because
if they don't want this shit out, too fucking bad. I'm sorry. The cat's out of the bag now. All you can do is whine and bitch about it and prepare for change, because nothing stays the same.
Okay.
There's only one constant variable in this universe, is everything changes. Nothing stays stagnant. You know what I mean?
But hopefully it changes for the better. That's where we're here. Okay, so
Yes, exactly. Let's pray that it's for the better.
So I'm gonna say here's a circuit of a like what is it, dual counter rotating electromagnetic AC coil setup. Or a vortex coil
Does
setup.
anybody have any questions from chat? I'm gonna check my chat in a minute, but does anybody have any questions from your chat?
No, anybody have questions? Absolutely, Secret Study hold us on us. I'm gonna go to yours actually. Maybe I could even have it open up as well, so you don't need to open up as well. Okay, there's yours. You have
nice.
Secret Study hold. So I can open up. Okay, you have no chat unless I just showed up late. See how this is popped out chat. I'll have yours open. Okay, so I have yours is opened. No. So I have this one's yours. Okay, so there's no chat there, and I'll gradually show it as we get through. Actually, I'll just keep it like this. All right. Yeah, so I'll keep it like that. Yeah.
No questions? I am really disappointed.
No, but it's all right. I'm asking Grok right now because again, it's like Grok is like next level.
No,
so,
it's okay. You're asking the most important questions, to be honest.
Yeah. So I'm saying here's a circuit of a dual counter-rotating electromagnetic AC vortex coil set. Let me know if it's a description is all right now. And then when and then hooked up to an amplifier. Hooked up to an amplifier, which is hooked up to a tone generator and the power cord.
You know what?
Power supply and the power cord.
What Daniel Nunes was trying to show with this is that you don't need some kind of expensive, like a waveform generator and an expensive, like setup. You can just use a cheap stereo amp. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I don't need to use this power supply.
Okay.
I forgot where I put the fucking wall socket thing for it. I could easily hook it up to the wall without the power supply. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm gonna say the power wattage the power consumption is I'm just gonna give a round number. Let's say it goes from 40. Yeah, let's say it is 40 watts when there is no magnet. When there is no magnet in the it is 40 watts. When it is running at let's say 93 hertz. But when
and the stereo board outputs I think 40 watts per channel, and we were only using one channel that time. We could actually use two and boost it.
Okay, but I'm just gonna see what it says. But when I place a magnet in the center of the coils and have it spinning in resonance with the tone generator, the power wattage drops to, I'm just going to say 15 watts. Why does this occur? Is this anomalous? Okay. And then eventually the AI, you'll be able to upload your actual video. So we'll actually analyze it. I'm going to go, let's go here quick, or auto. Okay, short answer, not anomalous, is saying. The 25-watt short is a classic electromagnetic resonance plus back EMF. It's literally telling, but that's literally, but it has your guide there. It equals, so basically, here's what the Grok says, but I didn't use the searching up the power flow diagram. Expected, so apparently this is expected in physics, so this is the thing we need to, efficiency of mechanical. Okay, so this is the efficiency growing up. I'm gonna go back.
That's what I'm trying to tell people. This fucking this free energy shit, it's not violating any laws of physics that we know about even. Like there might be separate laws that we don't know about.
Yeah, but it's saying that
certain systems apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not breaking any known laws of physics, right? Yeah. It's using the back EMF like I thought.
No, it is. No, but well, things I have your instructions in there, but it's saying it's not free energy. Energy is conserved. No, output is less than input. So it's saying.
Oh, but yeah, it's right now the efficiency of the system. It's not outputting to a load, so it's not going to be very efficient. To begin with.
Well, that's
it's more to demonstrate.
Yeah.
It's more to demonstrate efficient back EMF capture and how it can be used to reduce the input power of a system, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the other part
Like
is
Daniel Nunes, that's what Daniel Nunes used the in this experiment. He didn't call it the Wattman reduction, but this is essentially what he. Oh, is everything okay
oh
back
no,
there?
I had the bottles that just fell. They were closed. It's just
Oh
my
boy.
no, it was my coffee mug. It just but no, it was empty. It's all empty.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, it's fine.
Uh,
I accidentally kicked it. It was on the ground. I accidentally kicked it. Just another.
oh,
It
that break.
nothing happened. No, nothing happened. This is just
Oh, okay.
this thing just fell.
Sorry. But Daniel Nunes, that's what he was demonstrating. But he didn't use a neodymium sphere. He just used a regular magnetic rotary with a little, cap, 3D printed cap, to put on the coil to hold it.
Okay.
And he got 1 watt reduction. And he was using it to demonstrate, hey, this can be used for something. And now I've kind of like fine-tuned that process and demonstrated I think it can actually be used for a lot more, in terms of reducing that input power. We just don't know how to use it in a practical setting, right?
Okay.
We don't know how to apply this to a practical application of some sort yet, but there are some theories. And supposedly, I'm trying to work on a secondary coil, just a regular coil, but I don't have the material, the ferrite core. I need to get a ferrite core secondary coil because supposedly this will also output wireless energy to be picked up as well. I'm just not seeing it because I don't have a secondary coil.
Okay.
I could try to use another rodent coil when I have this one hooked up. So I have this one right here. I haven't had time to sit down and finish it, but yeah, so there's definitely things that we can do with this. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
No, definitely. I'm just trying to wrap my head around just the mainstream reasons of this, and also the other part. We're gonna read the Grok AI setup here. Basically, it's saying that. Well, first, have you measured the RPM of the actual magnet? Like, do you have the RPM measurement thingy?
Yeah, it can vary depending on how good you have it tuned.
Yeah, because it says
how
Grok,
fast you can get it spinning, but it spins really fucking fast.
Yeah, because
really fucking fast.
Yeah, Grok says pro tip: measure back EMF. Use oscilloscope across coil with magnet spinning. You'll see source plus induced sine wave, and then you get net RAMS lower. And also it says you can also, if you measure the RPM, you can it can calculate the back EMF expected, or want to calculate the exact back EMF for a Q factor.
Okay, so where am I measuring with the scope? Say that again.
So here is the it says use oscilloscope across coil with magnet spinning. That's what it says, the pro tip.
Okay. Is that
what am I sharing?
Is that I'm assuming that's the across the input of the coil where the stereo amp goes.
Yeah, I think I'm sharing the wrong thingy. I'm gonna I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
We'll try it. Yeah, we'll try a floating. Ask it if I should float the probe.
Windows. Okay, I'll share this one. I was accidentally sharing my entire screen, which is massive.
Should I float it or should I ground it to?
Okay. Can you
use
see
one probe to ground?
Can you see my setup? Okay, so can you see the Grok AI stuff now?
Yeah.
A bit better. Yeah.
So ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask the AI something for me.
Okay, what should I say? And also, it says right here. I'll read this again. So it says your 25 watt drop is 100% explainable. Resonance lowers impedance, plus spinning magnets.
It does.
Yeah, spinning magnets generates back EMF, equals less power needed to sustain motion. But yeah, but the thing is, but the input was coming in with no motion. Like, okay, so what is going on here? Okay, so what did you want me to ask it?
Ask it, how should I probe the coil? Should I float the probe with 2 across the input, or should I use 1 probe and ground it with the second input for the coil?
Well, I'm trying to type. You're speaking faster than I type. So, how should I probe the coil? Should I float the probe?
Yeah, just ask it. How should I probe the coil? Should I float the coil or probe?
Yeah, should I float the
probing the coil
above the coil?
No. Just should I float the probe
or
on the input of the coil?
On the input of the coil.
Yeah, just simplify. Yeah, that'll be enough.
Yeah. Okay.
And I just need to know what.
Goal measure input voltage current and back EMF. So float the probe, no. It says use coil. Yeah. So what to measure? How do I hide this thing? Okay, there it is. Do not float the probe. Never connect scope to it. And here's a summary. Recommended setup. Use current probe or shunt resistor. And then coil It basically says, yeah, never connect scope to a live AC circuit. Your amp output is likely referenced to mains ground. Floating equals short. Blown scope fire shock. Safe method: use differential probing or isolate the scope. Option A.
That's not always entirely true. I
Yeah.
float my probe all the time.
Okay, so it says use a high voltage differential probe. 100 to 1000 volt rated. Connect plus lead to one side of coil and then minus lead to other side of coil. Would that be? I see. And then option 2.
Yeah, so it's saying use.
Yeah.
Okay, so the probe has a main probe and then it has a ground. So it's saying use one probe, hook the main probe to one input of the coil and then the ground to the other. Is that what it's saying?
Yeah, it says plus lead one side of the coil, e.g. source to coil wire, and then minus lead other side of coil. Scope sees true voltage across coil, including back EMF.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's gonna capture the That's what I thought. You're gonna capture the potential difference between 2 points.
Yeah.
When you ground the probe like that. Okay, so that's what I thought. All right, just needed to know. All right, so in a minute, give me a minute. I'm gonna have a quick smoke break, and we'll get set up with another experiment.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll just probe Grok AI to see what happens. Again, I don't have a background in electronics, so I'm learning as we go here. Where to probe, and there's diagram. Interesting.
We are both learning, and to be fair, so is the AI at this point.
Yeah. No, it's good. And that's it. We could feed it all our results and so on, and anything that we think is if the mainstream's wrong, we'll just tell it's wrong. Even if it thinks the mainstream is right, we can tell it's wrong and always reference this exact interpretation, and we'll do that. And that's what this project.
Like at the end of the day, I have to rely on my actual observable measurements and observable behavior of the system, over, oh, it's just a measurement error because we can't explain what's going on. You know what I mean? That's what some of these AI will default to. If you can't explain what's going on, it'll say, oh, you're measuring it wrong, or you're seeing an anomaly that's just nothing, like an AC ripple. It'll call it an AC ripple in my latency device. I'm like, that's not what's going on. You don't know how to explain it. And I have to go with my my tangible evidence over the mainstream consensus. Oh, this could be wrong because we can't explain it. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. But then, again, at the end of the day, we need to produce a practical device, like application, like regardless, like
right. And I need to get I need to get more people to replicate this too. That's why I put out all this information so you guys can do this. If you're qualified, if you have a background in this stuff like electrical engineering, and you're not gonna electrocute yourself or whatever, please,
I almost blew my
email me. I'm really eager to help people get their hands dirty, with this technology, because it is it's really fun to play with this stuff. You run into all sorts of crazy stuff that happens you never expect, and B, it is the future. It's the future, and I like to be working on the future rather than worrying about the past.
No, definitely, and I want to get my hands on the coil. So that's whenever you're ready to make a second coil and you want to send me.
It is my goal to get these into a couple people's hands, including you. Yes, no, I do really want to get these out there. So
and then
as I have an extra one, I will.
Then also, if there's a specific thing that we can use to just to either do or an application or something to replicate where we could tell people you can do this too. And then you could pay. So basically, one reason for people to pay for it, and then we can start our own little business. People, where they can buy for a couple $100 and then streamline it, and yeah, because it's
Well, yeah, that's the reason why I tried to start this coil kit shop. It's not entirely open yet, but I am in the background. I have materials ready. As soon as I have some time to make some extra coils to, go on there and sell some. Yeah, and also, sure. And they're not going to be overpriced. They're going to be as cheap as I can make them. And, to actually maintain the business, you have to think about covering costs and stuff. But I don't want to overcharge for these. I want people to be able to afford them. Yeah, so I think I'm going to make smaller ones, know.
Oh, yeah, and also, if you can maybe even use AI to help you, how do you streamline making them? What's the best way to make them in bulk? Because it's making one
I know. I've thought about that. I can't figure out there's got to be some kind of manufacturer that can manufacture these for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I had this contact in China who seemed to believe that he could get a hold of a manufacturer in China that could manufacture these for us. So maybe it is possible.
Yeah, but then with tariffs and all that, you'll have to be reliant on on them at any time.
Yeah.
I was thinking if there's some way,
Yeah.
somehow individually can make it, because if I know how to way to make them, probably pay for spirits.
Yeah, other than just, you know, pure labor, you know, manpower.
Okay, what is the best way to make vortex coils in bulk? And is there a good photo of a vortex coil? I think I may have had it before. I think I'm gonna use your guide as a reference. Yeah, I'm gonna say this one. Yeah, this right here. Okay, what's the best way to make vortex coil in bulk, such as in this photo? Okay, so making these in bulk, because that'd be fascinating. Produce 100 to 10,000 dual counter-rotating vortex coil like your deep fry prototype. Is that what it's called? Oh, that's the company. Oh, what?
Did you say deep fried prototype?
No, not deep fried. Deep fry. It read your.
Deep fried. That's the university.
Yeah, it read your. That's not No, that's top
Fuck
2.
you, AI. This is not a DeVry product. Get that out of your goddamn head right now.
Yeah, well, it's at DeVry University. Okay, yeah, we can tell that after. Okay.
They had nothing to do with this, bitch. They provided my lab coat. That's it.
Okay, so it says here, step by step, 3D print or injection mold. That's the cylinder. Did you 3D print yours? Like the setup, like how the
Yes,
the mold?
I 3D printed these.
Okay,
yes.
so that's one way I could and then winding dual counter rotating layers. And yeah, so how do you wind them? You just use it by hand? There's no like do you have some sort of spool mumbo jumbo? Because I know someone uses a drill.
I take 2 points and I go from point to point. And then, you know, however many wires I need per, you know, like channel. So say I need 12 per channel, I'll go back and forth between 2 points 24 times. And then I'll take that and I'll leave it connected on one end, say to the wall, and I'll put the other end on a drill bit or inside where the drill bit goes on a screwdriver, you know, electric screwdriver. And then I'll tighten it a little bit and I'll wind it up so it's all twisted together.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So so and that's you would have it but that's all manual though, right? So you're doing but one at a time, and then you're just and how long would it take one? You said like a few hours or a week, or how long is this going to take each one? This is some next level stuff here. I'm asking Grok and saying winding pattern. I'm just reading this out here. Hand wind coil winder. Apparently you can buy a coil winder CW200 for 1 coil every 3 minutes, or you can buy the CNC multi-spindle 12 head auto winder, 100 coils per hour, but it costs $18,000. Oh, yeah, this is pretty cool stuff. Have you ever used one of these winding sub CNC multi-spindle winding machines? Because I'm pretty sure there is got to be a way.
Those are probably for traditional coils.
Yeah, but you can
like you know, just helically wound. Like if you wound a coil helically around a core, that's probably what this is for. Now, the winding pattern for these vortex coils are a little bit more intricate. So I'm curious to see if there's actually a machine that can do it, you know, because it has to go inside the tore and then twist around, and it's really not like
cool
straightforward like a traditional coil would be, where you just put it on a spool and let it go.
Okay, yeah. Bottom line, best bulk injection mold. That's zip tie heat shrink ready. DM me your coil CAD file. I'll send mold ready STLs. I can literally make the mold ready STL for you if you just have the CAD file, and then from lab to factory in 90 days. Okay. Use glow in dark resins for night. So automation partner. So you have to partner with these companies. Okay, no, these are different setups. Yeah, okay, that's I think the best way for me to know is actually make one myself and then see what happens. I've never winded a coil besides like a metal rod. I did your heating thingy. I just got a metal screw and I put a coil around it and then put a battery, and I'm like, okay, it's getting hot.
Well, it's okay. If you go in the guide, there's a video section, and it'll give you some links to,
oh yeah, where did
my workshops.
Yeah, I'll have it open up right now. I want to have a quick look at how to make these.
Yeah, that go all the way to the bottom, and it'll have like a video section of all the links to all the videos that you would need referencing through this guide.
And there's the close high
And
voltage. Oh,
there's a couple of workshops that I put together where I literally am on stream walking you through step by step how to make a coil.
Okay, and then
from putting together the frame,
pre-assembly coil frame class, full class. Which one is it?
Yep, there it is. There's all your do-it-yourself coil videos.
Okay, so Fireball coil video. Which one should I pop out?
Yeah, put the Fireball coil video on. You can get a sense of what that requires.
Well, I'm gonna go like skim through it. Okay, so and you have the instructions too, and okay, it's just loading. Okay, there it is, and you got the Star Wars setup. Not liable for any damages. All right. Okay, and there's there's the setup. That is pretty fascinating. Okay.
No, you can put the music on. I don't think I have any copy material. I use all my own music, so.
No, I know, but it just so that we can talk. We can talk over it. I just don't want to sound well.
Well, I go over some of the stuff like like some of the steps.
No, I know. I just want to see I just want to see what's actually just so I get a general idea of how.
Oh, so this.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you have it muted, but if you didn't have it muted, you would see that this is the spool that we're making.
No, I know, but the muted just music. It's just music. Okay, like I don't know. No, the music is fine. Okay, so there's twisting your. Okay, this is the interesting part is how do you twist? How do you actually wind it? Like, so what are you doing right now? Measuring out 60 feet. Okay.
Yeah, but this is for a big coil.
Well, I want to make the biggest coil. Like or whatever.
Well, I mean,
it's all good. Just
big coils are going to be more expensive. They are easier to wind, though.
Okay, this reminds me of the Daniel Nunes and was it Erica Nunes? Yeah, they had some similar video when they were doing this like outside or something. Because they had
That's exactly where I got the technique from. I mean, that's the breadcrumb they left. That's the only breadcrumb they intentionally left online somewhere. Everything else was deleted.
Why
like everything?
Yeah, but why are they all so secret? Like, what's going on here? Like, this. I want some free energy.
Well, they probably have They're probably under a non-disclosure agreement with Russia.
Well, that's probably it then. Huh? They're probably making.
Yeah. I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense, and it's why maybe they haven't responded to my emails or my Facebook reach outs or anything like that. They even had Daniel had an interview set up with Alchemical Science or not Crypto Alchemist.
Oh, that guy, yeah, he's on my channel a few times, like on chat. But he's the
Bernie, yeah. So
yeah, but he pushes the MH370 hoax videos. But anyways, that's for another day.
I mean, yeah, I don't. To be honest, I don't know too much about. I didn't do too much research on that. Yeah. But I know that he did have an interview lined up with Daniel Nunes, and then all of a sudden he just went silent, and he couldn't get a hold of him. So I have a feeling he took some kind of deal, and then didn't realize, oh shit, this deal is kind of like not in my favor at all.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, but if you look on his website, they do have an STL file available now. I'm gonna purchase it. It's not the coil frame that I want. It's the mold frame, where it has the grooves. But I still found that interesting. They actually have a product available there. It's $10. It's an STL file for 3D printing. But it's one of their coil frames. So that's interesting. Maybe their contract in the non-disclosure agreement is running up if they had one. Maybe it's running out and they're preparing to actually continue the research. That would be really cool. I don't know.
Yeah, fascinating. And then yeah, I do wanna. If you can get a hold of Nunes and get him on the show somehow. We could say like you can not mention anything that's undisclosed. Like,
dude, I would love to, but at the end of the day, like,
yeah,
I've tried for 2-3 years now to get a hold of this guy, and honestly, I have some really important things to show him that I don't think he's aware of with the coil, or at least not with his publicly available videos that I've seen. Yeah. We have some new discoveries, I think, that I would be excited to share with him. So, or hear what he has to say, or see if he's seen anything like this.
No.
You know, I know we've done a 1 watt reduction, but has he ever gotten like 30, 40 fucking watt reduction? That's pretty significant, you know?
Yeah. So he did a 1 watt, and you're doing like way more. And I'm surprised how
Yeah,
much
but I just,
more than his. Yeah.
right. There's
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff in the
Yeah.
guide that I have that I think he would be excited to read about. That's all. You know, and I
Yeah.
would be excited to do an interview with him, but you know, he is like disappeared off the face of the earth. And then all of a sudden his Instagram releases one Rasha video where he's in there wearing the Rasha headphones with the coil in each ear, but he doesn't say a damn word. And it's all close-ups of him like working out and just very like weird, you know, like it's like a promo video for the headphones,
Yeah.
but he doesn't say anything. And he hasn't addressed his you know, his fans or anything. You know, people following his research for years.
Yeah,
They always ask him questions, and yeah, he commented twice, I think, after that video, and I'm just like, you know, that he has to be under some kind of agreement where he can't really say anything.
Yeah, definitely, and yeah, again, I'm pretty sure it's something that's happening. But also, we'll go back to this. This is the rodent coil that you're making right here. So this is you're twisting clockwise, and yeah, so you twist the entire coil, right? Like you have all these wires. So how many wires are there? And then you twist them, and then you make the coil. I'm trying to understand how this works. Oh, then you have okay. So now you have the drill, and then you pretty much so you screw in the so you spin everything up. So you also like you have like how many wires are there, and then you spin them up, and then you coil around. And is there like any reasoning for it or for this, or is it just how wires are? I can see this right here.
So you're taking one wire, one spool of wire, right? And you're running that one wire back and forth between 2 points 24 times or however many channels you want.
Oh, that's
right?
That's called channels. I'm trying to say. So you go back and forth, or what? What do you mean by channels?
We're doing 2 channels here of 12 wires each. So I go back and forth 24 times to produce the 2 channels with 24 wires each. So you think of it like this: in one bundle, we're making 2 different coils, but they're going to be exactly the same.
Yeah, no, I just want to. Okay, I want to slow down. So right now you have one wire, for in this one here in this video. So you have you get one wire, you go here.
One wire and one angry landlord who came up on me one day when I was doing this.
Okay, yeah.
Afraid the fence was gonna fall down. I'm like, you afraid this fence is gonna fall down? Fucking replace it. It's a piece of shit fence.
Yeah. Okay, so you have that there, yeah. So you have the coil. I mean, so you have one wire, and then you go there and back, and so 24 times. But why did you say 2 times 12 before? This is 24 times. Is this different? This is one channel times 24. What does this mean? What do you call
so it? We go back and forth 24 times because we want
string.
12 wires in each channel. So we have 24 wires. We want 12 of those in one channel and the other 12 in another channel.
Oh, so you're gonna split this in half. So you're gonna split this in half?
Yeah, but that's the next process. You're getting ahead of this a little bit.
No.
What we're doing is we're counting how many wires we need total, and we're going back and forth that many times. We're twisting it together, and then you kind of like cut off the end, and then you arrange the wires so you split them up into 2 channels afterwards.
Okay, so then
but that's 12. Like the last part.
Yeah, so now you're doing this part. So now you have these one or back and forth 24 times, and now you just looped it around in this thingy.
Right, and you want that kind of shape for your spool because that kind of shape is going to fit through the tore of the frame, right? You don't want a traditional spool because that's not going to fit. You got to put the wire through the tore, the opening. So this is all explained in the video, though.
Yeah, okay, no, this is good. It's I do want to get one of these or even make it and so on. Okay, so and then there's a 3D printed mold, and I want to see how you wind it. Do you just do it manually by hand? I'm assuming. So if there's a way to, yeah, I think this is which one is the most time-consuming part of the coil construction?
I would say the winding, winding it around the frame, and between that and actually soldering the connections, that takes a long time.
Oh, so you have to solder which which connections like?
Yeah, I mean, you have to separate 24 different wires and solder them together. So it's a long process. It could take up to a day or two,
Okay,
at least for me.
so 24. What? Because you have that one spool of wire, and then so you have to cut them up and then solder, tie them up, or how do you? What are you soldering? And there's you with the mustache mask.
Oh yeah, you're gonna miss the dancing part. Put on the audio.
Yeah, let me know when to put on. Okay. And
Oh wait, I can't hear it anyways.
Is this soldering? I think it's all the music. Oh, you can't hear the audio, the music.
No, it's okay.
That's interesting. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, no, we're soldering these, and
Oh, this is the soldering.
what you have to do is
okay.
Is burn off the insulation first.
No, I'm just saying, like, what are you soldering? Oh, like the actual, like, you know how there's like overlapping wires? That's what you're soldering together, or what's happening?
Yeah, so you take one wire.
Yeah.
And you have to use the multimeter to find the other end of that same wire, right?
Okay. Oh, okay. And then makes it.
Because when you're done winding the coil, you have two bundles sticking out. One is the input, one is the output. But they're just bundles of wires. You got to separate them. You got to, remove all the insulation, sand them down, the tips. It's it's a process.
Okay. Yeah. You're on another level right here. Okay. Yeah, this is it's like an art. It's like you're painting, and there's you dancing. Okay, so I'll do it.
More dancing.
All right, or go back to the dance. There it is. There it is. All right, so this is a mad scientist doing mad science. Okay, there he is.
Some mad dance moves.
Okay. Yeah, it is a skilled process if you want my opinion. Yeah, it is. It is highly skilled. And there's, if not coil, why coil size? What in the world? Okay. Yeah, this is some next level stuff.
I have fun with these videos. I try to make them fun for you guys. I don't want it to be just boring educational stuff. I try to provide some kind of entertainment too.
No, that was good. No, and you have that that levitating round Earth. You should get one that's flat Earth levitating.
Yeah, that one broke. I have the levitating the light bulb right now, the Tesla bulb.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Actually, let's see.
Yeah, I can zoom in when I do the next experiment in a minute.
Levitating flat Earth. Is there a No, oh man, not this NASA propaganda. I want to.
Levitating flat. Oh my god. Hey, we could 3D print those and they would sell. I'm actually gonna do that. I don't believe in flat Earth, but if I can make money off of somebody who is gonna buy one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like we tried to make one, guys, but we couldn't make it work.
Yeah. It would be like no, Amazon's trying to shut us down because of the flat Earth.
Shut us down.
NASA got to us. All right. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool stuff there. Yeah. But this part here. So I'm still wrapping my head around like why would so in mainstream physics you can literally just have a if you have that put the magnet in and it's spinning and that will just somehow lower the input power magically.
Yeah, I mean, so back EMF capture isn't actually something that breaks physics. It's something that, is actually used in two different areas that I know about. They're more obscure. The first is regenerative braking systems, but they only capture a little bit, and they put them in, I think, a cat bank or something and dump them back into the battery. But it's, it's only capturing a small portion. And again, if you're using a traditional coil, you're only going to get back EMF potential of what you put into the system. So say the coil is powered with 12 volts, you're only going to get a 12 volt back EMF spike back that you can utilize, unless you're utilizing this geometry here, which for some reason outputs a lot more, like a huge spike. I don't, it's something to do with the geometry and the method that we're using, utilizing the geometry with resonance. But yeah, so it's a second area. It's not, it's uncommon, but it's not like it's not unknown, right?
Yeah.
So there's another system called a resonance converter, and that kind of does the same thing as my system, where it tries to utilize the back EMF that's dumped out from the system, and it captures it and reutilizes it instead of wasting it.
Yeah, it says right here, bottom line, yes, highly useful. Your 25-watt drop equals free prototype for regenerative motors, low power audio, energy harvesting. Interesting. And next up, add rectifier plus capacitor to store back EMF and run LED from
So that's
free power. Okay.
that's the difference. That's the difference between the Lightning Thief system I work with the coil, which is basically a modified Joule Thief, and the difference between that and a resonance converter. Okay, so the resonance converter can use the back EMF and dump it into say a cap bank or whatever, rectify it back into DC. We can't do that with the system. Every time I've tried, it disrupts the delicate balance between all the components. So we're not just balancing a part of the system. We have the entire system from the source battery all the way to the light source in balance, in a delicate balance, maintaining an octave of that resonance frequency. As soon as you add something different, like a different light bulb, which adds capacitance, it changes the frequency, right? So it's a delicate balance we're aiming for. And as far as I've known, I've not been able to rectify it. It just, from what I've seen, it disrupts that balance and it fucks with the current, and it doesn't output anything. Nothing usable, at least. What I have done is taken extra energy that the light source isn't using from, the junction where the light source is, and junction it off back into the battery without a rectifier, just putting it right back into the battery. And it didn't like blow up or nothing. It actually reduced the draw slightly. It was almost marginal, like not even noticeable, but it was there. Like it did something to it. You know what I mean? Like, so something's going on with it where there's some kind of delicate balance. Whereas a traditional resonance converter, it's only balancing, maybe part of the system. And it's not like this system where altering one part is going to, just fuck with you and fuck with the output entirely. Like I don't know of a way to do that. Like there might be a way. I just haven't figured it out yet. I don't know.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess the point is, no matter where I probe the floating probe on the system, we get the same, resonant characteristics, which is very unusual. Usually you get a different waveform from the battery than you would get, in the output of the device, right? Or the output of the coil. So that's indicating to me that the whole system has a delicate balance that you have to consider.
Okay.
But again, I could be wrong. This is just what I've theorized based on my observations.
Okay.
Like that's why I need more people researching this to help me.
Yeah.
Figure shit out.
And this was a comment on Odyssey actually. This person says, I think he's referring to the AI. Says, well, that ain't correct. Back EMF can be spiky on normal coils. Basically, that's a question for you. Is so a normal coil. What would you expect from a normal coil with like, or is there anything we can compare to? Because right now we're just saying, oh, this is mainstream physics, it's okay with it. But is there any actual mainstream like device that we can compare it to? Those are
the only two areas of back EMF capture that are actually existent in the mainstream right now. Everything else is fringe science.
Yeah, I'll say I'm gonna
or not in the public view.
Okay.
Maybe some contractor somewhere is researching something that we can't see, but at the same time, the system, it's utilizing a lot more back EMF than a traditional coil, right? So again, the laws of energy of conservation say if you put 12 volts into a coil and it collapses, it's only going to give you 12-volt back EMF spike.
Okay. Yeah.
But we're not seeing that with the system. We're seeing like fucking 25 volts come back with 12-volt input, on top of this big AC panel being used. It's, it just doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Well, I'm asking Rock right now, is there any mainstream device comparable to the vortex coil watt reduction that I can purchase and compare with? If not, is there any practical reasons why not? He says regenerative DC motor kits, hand crank generators, short arm studios show 20 to 40% power drop via back EMF, just like yours, 40 watts to 50 watts. buy one for $20 to $50 on Amazon Home Science, and why not more mainstream?
Right, you crank it and it's reducing the power input, right? It's probably a crank that you have to use mechanical.
Yeah, there's
energy.
a regenerative DC motor kits, and there's a device on Amazon. This is called Labs AC DC motor generator kit. It is probably shaping the ether. Yeah, these are again, these are from the alt perspective. I just want to see what's the mainstream, because so here is a demonstration generator activity AC DC hand powered. Is ESCO or energy transfer. What does this one do? Would this do anything? I'll just see this kit right here. I think this has a purchase one. Yeah, this is the same one I was looking at. Yeah. So this one here, 163, because so apparently you can compare it with this setup here. Can you see this one? This is an AC DC motor generator, and the thing has a coil like that there. What does it do? Armature, DC brushes, split ring. Let's see if there's a video on this. Bar magnet, so there's a magnet on top. So it's actually very similar to your setup, huh? This is a setup. Is this similar to your vortex coil? So DC brushes, split ring, light bulbs, and then you have the switch, and there's a magnet on top, but there's no spinning, and so on. And see what happens.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. It's almost the same exact thing, except for the shape of the coil and the shape of the magnet, right?
Yeah, because that's another. Yeah, it's a Home Science DC kit. This is $15. What does this one do? This is just a simple coil plus make your own DC motor with excellent education. So basically, what is happening? Basically, when it's running, it just it uses less. How does it?
Yeah, and I think the thing that makes this system a little bit more efficient, or potentially more efficient, is that it's only producing one noticeable pull. So it's reducing the drag or increasing the rotation speed that way. Compared to a traditional magnet where it would have to fight, north south, and you have to time it very precisely. This one you don't really have to time it. You just have to tune it and make sure it catches the spin correctly, and then maintain the frequency increase steadily.
Yeah, because it says here this one's world's simplest motor, bare bones coil plus armature. Magnet runs 5 hours on D cell. Back EMF limits current draw. It says 40% less power at resonance speed. So the question is, would you be able to, find a simple one? This is a simple one like this, and
yeah. So if you have, say,
you
have a system that you're reducing the about 40% power, that's potentially getting 90% efficiency, right?
Yeah, and it says here practical reasons for few standalone comparables. Reason integrated, not modular. Back EMF regeneration is embedded in EVs. So Tesla regenerative braking recovers 20 to 60% energy, or industrial models not sold as watt drop toys. So it's not impact on vortex-like devices. Your vortex is niche DIY. Mainstream equals full systems. For example, $500 e-bike kits with regenerative braking. So those already have those. And so that's another thing. It's like, so let's say the Tesla regenerative system, would they be better off using some sort of vortex coil setup? Because it says right here 20.
No, you don't need a vortex coil to create back EMF.
No, I'm saying better. I'm saying would it do better than what they're doing? Because they're doing.
Oh, definitely. I guarantee it.
So that's the thing. So,
but it goes back to what I was saying with the geometry being integral. Okay, so you take a conductor, a wire, and you put a electricity through it, a signal, and it produces a very weak, non-detectable magnetic field with traditional meters, right? But as soon as you twist that wire into a coil shape, it produces a strong, detectable magnetic field. What's the defining variable there? Why it does that is the geometry. So it's my saying that it's not out of the realm of possibility to think that there might be a more accurate geometry than just a simple helical, wrap. And that's the idea behind the vortex shape. It's just the path that the energy wants to flow naturally, and it reduces, according to Nunez, it reduces resistance at an atomic level once you get the geometry right.
No, I agree. I definitely think that I'm thinking in more practical terms. So let's say that, for example, let's say if an e-bike has regenerative braking, you buy the e-bike, or you just know someone has it that's willing to let you test with it, and then you take off the current regenerative braking setup and replace it with the vortex coil setup or some sort of better geometry. would that just be better? So it's like, instead of making a full-on product, you just...
Yeah, I mean, especially if we can close the loop. See, that's the
Yeah.
problem we're trying to do right now, is close the loop so we can do something like that where, you know, once the system powers up, it can use extra energy from the environment. Because again, what we want to do with the vortex coil essentially is generate 0-point energy. And how do you do that? According to Malcolm Bendel, you take two counter-rotating fields and you compress themselves on top of each other at creating a 0 point between them on the equatorial plane, which is the plane between the two fields, right? You just take the donut and cut it in half horizontally, and that's your equatorial plane. You have one field on the bottom, one field on the top, and one is associated to one channel, one is associated to the other. But the electricity is going through both, right? It's the same string of electricity, but it's turning, right? You have that turn in the wind where it's going clockwise and then it's going counterclockwise and coming back. So it's the same field, only twisted and compressed and condensed on top of itself. So it creates like a 0 point, a point that supposedly can access the 0-point energy field and tap into extra energy. And if you can close the loop, capture that energy, close the loop, you can feed it back into the system to the point where, you know, essentially, ideally, you wouldn't need to have any extra input power. You know, it would just run itself until the power, the parts ran out or whatever. I would not call it perpetual motion, but it would run itself, you know, basically until the parts ran out or something overheated or whatever.
Or even a better one would be like if it gets so much energy where all the parts get destroyed, like
right. Or vibration is a big thing that engineers like us, you know, we have to consider. You know, is this shit gonna vibrate itself apart? You know, like over time. So you know, it's stuff like that. But so it's not. But the idea is to, you know, reduce the amount of input power as much as possible. And I refuse to believe that we have to rely on these, you know, barbaric systems like explosive propulsion to do that. This is using essentially implosive technology. It's taking two fields, putting them on top of each other and imploding the fields. So it's a different kind of technology, you know, and I think this field technology is the way of the future. You know, implosive propulsion is, you know, what we're going to be using generations from now if we're still, you know, humans are still alive.
No, yeah, definitely. Especially with the explosion technology, that's literally just like a giant firecracker, which pretty much everything runs off that. Rocket ships,
and the best inventions take from nature. And nature doesn't use explosive technology; it uses implosive technology. You know, in the form of microscopic ball lightning, plasmoids. You know, Ken Shoulders charged clusters. He proved this. He filed a patent for the technology he came out with regarding charged clusters because they had the ability to disassociate like radioactive material, radioactive elements into their baser, like non-radioactive isotopes. You know, because they literally twist the ether, as, you know, Bob Grenier would say, they twist the ether in such a way where it disassembles matter. Right? You have carbon dioxide coming in, and then you have carbon and oxygen coming out, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely. No, this is
so, and not only that, you know, within these little microscopic plasmoid structures, according to Malcolm Bendel's plasma unification theory, or plasma unification model, they are self-contained, meaning time does not really exist inside, right? It's not really, it's a self-contained unit. Time exists differently, right? And there's you know, time dilation that exists inside the thunderstorm generator, where, you know, we have 30,000-year-old carbon being dated from the inside when the generator's only been running for 30 years. So, or not 30 years.
Which is this thunderstorm generator? Which one is this one? The thunderstorm generator. I've heard about that before.
So the thunderstorm generator is Malcolm Bendel's invention.
Is he still alive? Is Malcolm Bendel still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. He just messaged me on my channel.
Okay. Right now? Okay, that's cool.
No, like last week.
Oh,
he's a big fan of my work, so he follows me.
Okay. And then another comment here. Look up 0-point energy, 0 degree Kelvin and helium. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I'm hearing this is the PDF thunderstorm generator, Malcolm Bendel. So that's cool. He follows your stuff. This guy. Oh, and he's doing Robert Murray Smith is Robert Murray Smith had his was on his show. Like that's interesting. Marvelous Machine. So you know this Robert Murray Smith.
Yeah, I've seen this video. He basically Robert Murray Smith is a hack, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Oh,
He
definitely.
goes over this and he
Yeah.
doesn't explain the difference between, you know, what was it? This other device
yeah,
that came out years
true.
ago and Malcolm's device. So there's a lot of differences between these two devices, but he's basically saying they're the same. And Malcolm like just put his name on something else that he didn't invent. And that's kind of preposterous. If you know anything about the thunderstorm generator, I forget the other device, but I looked into it and it's, you know, there's a whole video that Alchemical Science did explaining the difference.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. Like Robert Murray Smith tried to debunk the Hutchison effect.
Yeah, that's when I made a video.
Is it Hutchison or Hutchinson?
Hutchison. There's
no
no
N,
there's
right?
no N. There's no N. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I always forget.
He does it too. Yeah. They all, a lot of disinfo agents purposely misspell his name. To this day they still do it, even though when I tell them it's not, they still do it. I'm like, but yeah. So I made a video about Robert Murray Smith. Did I show you this one? I think I've showed you it before. Have I showed you or no?
I've seen this video.
No, not this one. I made one debunking him that tried to debunk Hutchison effect because he was lying about.
Oh, I think you did show. Yeah, you might have showed me that. Yeah, no, he did. He did a hack job on it basically, and said that, you know, like it was BS. Yeah, and I didn't.
He muted the video, so this is important because of recent events that happened to Robert Murray Smith. So I'll say it slowly just because I don't want to trash Robert Murray Smith too much.
Wait, what happened? I haven't heard what happened recently.
Yeah, so I'll say it just so that the coincidence is unbelievable. Okay, so if I go to debunk, so this is the one I debunked debunkers. So I made a video again. I called him disinfo agent because he is a disinfo agent. So disinfo and Ace Baker. So basically, he was saying that John just used string or something. And he this is a deceptively muted video. John's talking about the high voltage wire. Do you see this one?
Yeah, that's already putting negative connotations on the video by putting that deceptively muted on there.
No, I put this deceptively muted. I put this. No,
you put that on there?
No, it says original Hutchison video. I crossed it out saying deceptively muted Hutchison video. Do you get no, I made this video.
So that's not the original video.
No, so the original has audio. So here's the
okay. So no, you're pointing out that it was suspiciously muted. Okay, no, my bad. I interpreted that wrong. I thought Robert Murray.
It is suspiciously. No, it is muted. He's muting it.
Yeah, he muted it. Okay, yeah, he deceptively muted. Okay, I get what you're saying now.
And he was saying that it was string. So he's saying that John is.
I don't know. I don't trust his debunkings.
But I'm debunking him.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't trust any of his debunk. Like, I don't trust him. No, like, he seems shady to me. I don't know. Like, he's either ignorant, or he's like trying to like purposely make this stuff seem like it's ridiculous. Either way, I ever since I seen this video, I've not been a fan of his.
No, I know, but
I'm glad you debunked his ass.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like he's just straight up lying. Like it's not. He wasn't even like.
You think he's straight up? Yeah, you think he knows better and he's just straight up lying?
Well, yeah.
Because I couldn't tell. I don't know.
No, because if you see this one, and this one I made, he even talks about high voltage. How does he know about high voltage? The video, the actual audio, is John talking about a high voltage wire. Do you get it?
Yeah, so I mean, if he's a smart enough engineer, he would be informative on the subject of the T. Townsend Brown effect and all of that shit that went down, right?
Yeah.
So
no, but you've seen this video that I showed, right? This one where so the other guy that he copies is Ace Baker, and Ace Baker faked his death on live radio. Do you see this part or no?
No, who Ace Baker? Who's that?
Okay, so Ace Baker was the guy that muted the video 20 years ago. Okay. Robert Murray Smith.
Oh shit!
Robert Murray
so he's
Smith,
the one that altered the video and took the audio out.
Yeah, Robert Murray Smith is just it's just repeating the same thing Ace Baker does. So it's not like a new thing Robert Murray Smith's doing. He just did it recently. I made this video last year, and the Ace Baker guy, he also faked his death on live radio in 2009. So just keep this in mind, okay? So I could play some of the audio. Can you hear the audio or no?
I don't know if you want to play that. I don't want to get flagged.
No, I just put a few seconds. It's just a fake gunshot. But can you hear the audio or no?
No, I can't even hear the audio anyways.
No worries, but anyways, so the reason I bring this up is because this guy here was the original Hutchinson effect, like quote debunker liar. He faked his death on live radio. I made this video last year, and then I think 2 months ago, Robert Murray Smith actually committed suicide.
Wait, what?
So
Robert Murray Smith? He's no longer with us?
He killed himself a few months ago.
Holy, what?
So just hear me out. Okay, look. So I made this video last.
Oh my god!
I made this video last year about Ace Baker and Robert Murray Smith, but they're both lying as both liars about the Hutchinson effect. This guy in 2009 faked his death. No, he literally did a fake suicide on live radio. Robert Murray Smith actually committed suicide. So which is mind-blowing. You can even see it on his channel. I got it from here. So if you go to his channel, and you go to his see R.I.P. Robert Murray Smith, and see this last video. This was a scheduled video. He explained why he was killing. Basically, his wife died last year, and he was super depressed apparently. And then he, I think, he euthanasia or he said he killed himself painlessly somehow. But he made this video. He scheduled it to come out after he dies. Do you get it? So this video, my last video. So when people saw this, they didn't realize, okay, he's dead. And then his brother here, it describes how he died. So 1963, and yeah. So it's quite wild. And I made a 9/11 spooks video, and then I include him in there. Yeah, Paul says couldn't cope with the passing of his wife. Yeah, no, I agree, but also he probably has some again skeletons to hide, because again the guy is a liar. He was and then the Great Replacement says he was allowed to post videos on YouTube on COVID day one. Says everything interesting. So he was allowed. Yeah, this COVID is very, very hard on day one. Yeah. So again, the coincidence is ridiculous. So anyway, so he's covering up this guy. That's a good sign then. All right. So it's a good sign that Malcolm Bendel's right, and then Stephen F says.
Yeah, it's thank God Malcolm's still with us, and he's at this point I don't think. Like, the cat's out of the bag. It's just a matter of how fast the ball is going to roll at this point down the hill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Bob Greener apparently, Stephen F says, has a thunderstorm generator to test now. So he has one. Okay, I want to see what this thunderstorm generator is.
Yeah, he's got kits that are being shipped now. Like, I think some of them already been shipped to people, kits for thunderstorm generators.
But what's crazy
that
is
they can put together themselves.
But what's crazy, the first video that shows up is that Robert Murray Smith. Like, that's what his role is. His role is pretty much collect everything. So like any search term, he's the one that shows up. You go Hutchinson effect, he shows up. I'm like, what? Except now I probably take it over. So here's a build by build.
Well, he also did a video on the rodent coil, and it was a complete hack job too. Like, it was.
Oh, I want to see that.
Did.
Okay.
Yeah, he showed one demonstration of one type of configuration of the coil or something, and it didn't really do much. And he's like, "Oh, well, that's it."
Oh, this is I'm like, this is the one alchemical science. Interesting, and they have the vortex set up there.
Yeah, that's Jordan from Alchemical Science. He's great. He's a student of Malcolm Bendel. He's been following around for a couple years, learning under his wing about the technology and the plasmoid unification model. So if you ever want a good breakdown of some of the technology and the science behind it, Alchemical Science is a great source for that.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I just subscribed now. I never heard about him before. I thought initially you meant the alchemist, crypto alchemist guy. He was okay. So
no,
it's different. Okay. Okay, yeah,
that's Bernie. Jordan from Alchemical Science. I've been in communication with him before.
Yeah,
he was working on the rodent coil before he started getting into the thunderstorm generator. Unfortunately, he didn't really have a lot of time. So I'm hoping that he's been up to date with my research, so I can introduce him to some of my configurations. I'm sure he'll be excited, because he said that he was like almost about to give up on the rodent coil.
Okay. Well,
you know what I mean? Like and I'm just excited to maybe show him some of this stuff to get him reinvigorated again, and excited about the coils.
Okay, no, it's good. I want to see this. This is a hit job. I never seen it, but so Robert Murray Smith made one on the rodent coil too. So again, this is a good sign.
He did.
No, but that's a good sign though. Like, you have to realize from our perspective, you have to realize if he's an agent, he needs to smear real things.
Oh, like a disinformation agent.
So he's definitely again anyone. So if especially this guy who can literally has infinite money. Like 500,000 subscribers, he can literally go to John Hutchins' house and literally talk to him straight up instead of making a hit piece. And so anyways, so Rodent Coil right here. So if he's doing it on this, there might be something to it. That's kind of why I think about it. If he didn't make one about the Rodent Coil, that's when I would be a bit upset. Okay, there's and then this is a hand sign. Interesting.
Yeah, all the like technologies that actually have been proven recently to show promise. He kind of did it, like the Bedini motor.
Yeah,
you know.
I heard about that. I heard he was trashing that too.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Bedini, like, he can literally go. Is Bedini still alive?
I have a Bedini SG right here. If we have time before the stream ends, I'll run it for you.
Okay.
I'll demonstrate how you can
Bedini.
charge a battery with a just demonstrating how you can use one battery with a lower voltage potential to charge another one.
Yeah.
You know, like say you have a battery that's at 12.10 volts. You can charge it with a battery that's at 12 volts. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be able to do that with traditional like theory.
Okay, no,
you have to have a higher potential.
No, that's interesting, yeah. But yeah, so here's the comment. Your first comment on your channel. This guy Aquarium Me says, Robert Murray Smith was not this info. Jeremy Fielding is this info. Who's Jeremy Fielding? Is that the Crypto Alchemist guy?
No, I don't know who Jeremy Fielding is. Who is that?
I don't know, but this is from your comment. This is Aquarian.me or Aquarian Me. RMS. I know RMS is this info. Like Hudson Effect one. It's straight up the biggest scam ever. I literally don't care what he says about anything else. The Hudson Effect is the most like irrefutable one because it's so well documented. You can literally hold the samples. I bought the samples. I have like infinite videos. There's like dozens and dozens of hours.
Wait, what does that mean though? What is RMS?
Robert Murray Smith.
Oh, he said Robert Murray Smith was not disinfo.
No, he
Jeremy Fielding. Yeah. Who is Jeremy Fielding?
I have no idea who Jeremy Fielding is, but Robert Smith is disinfo. That's not even up for debate. Like, I literally don't care what anybody...
I mean, there's only two options. Either he was or he was very ignorant.
Okay, so, what Stephen F. says, I put a link to a page where I found where you could hire Robert Murray Smith for his YouTube. Where's the link, though? It was on my Telegram? Okay, he put a handbook right here. Okay, so somebody, Stephen F. posted this. How to contact Robert Murray Smith. Influencer. How to contact, if you're looking for Robert, get in contact with the business. Yeah, but again, this is influencer stuff. You can pay for how to gift a product for Robert Murray Smith. Yeah, but again, this is just business as usual. This is, yeah, again, for marketing and so on. Yeah, because he's... social engagement, yeah, so again, when you're, that's what I mean by he has a lot of money, he can literally do whatever. And this is when he had 200,000, now he has 500,000. But again, that's just the way stuff is. Yeah, so that is, again, pretty interesting. And yeah, so yeah, I think I'm like running low on time, but I do want to see the Bedini, because you're saying you can charge, and that's another one I'm going to ask, I'm going to keep Grok up, because Grok is good for mainstream stuff. That's pretty good. I'm going to go to here. So, in this project, and I'm going to keep all the chats related to this, because I have one about the Hudson Effect one, because I'm going to be replicating that, or die trying. So, the Bedini one, summarize exactly what you're saying is the mainstream can't, it's against the mainstream. And I'll ask it, see what's going on.
All right, so regardless if you're talking about over unity, right?
Yeah.
Following the laws of energy of conservation and traditional quantum electrodynamics, you shouldn't be able to charge a battery with another battery that has a lower voltage potential.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I charge a battery with a battery that has lower
with another battery with a lower voltage potential than the charged battery.
Okay, that has a lower voltage potential.
Mm-hmm.
Then the then the battery I'm charging. Okay. I am using a Bedini motor. What is it? A Bedini generator?
Yeah, Bedini SSG, simplified schoolgirl circuit.
Yeah, I'm using a Bedini SSG generator, right?
Yeah, it's essentially a generator.
How is this possible? Okay, so doesn't charge via direct voltage transfer like a simple DC-DC connection. Instead, it pulses the source battery. You're low through a coil to create sharp radiative spikes, high voltage, high frequency transients that get captured.
Yep, transient spikes.
That's
exactly what John Bedini called them.
Okay, why lower voltage works? Okay, trigger pulse. Yeah, so the charge battery can sit at 13 to 15 volts while the source runs at 11 to 12 volts because the spike voltage, not source, does the work. Think Tesla coil, low voltage primary, high voltage secondary. The SSG is a solid state Tesla coil. So it's a solid state Tesla coil optimized for battery charging. Proofing your setup, measure your input.
Oh, that's neat. I didn't know that.
So it's a solid state Tesla coil. It says you're not breaking Ohm's law, so you're sidestepping it with non-linear radiant pulses. So universe is a coil, you're just spinning it right.
Nice, I like that.
Further reading Bedini SSG. So I'm gonna say does mainstream physics consider this valid, or does the mainstream know about this? And is there widespread commercial uses currently underway? Yeah, currently. Currently. Let's do that. Does mainstream physics know about this? A vortex of skepticism and shadows in a swirling vortex of conventional electromagnetic SS. The Bedini SSG's radiant spikes, those sharp, collapsing field transients that sidestep linear voltage gradients, are acknowledged only as back EMF phenomena, a well-mapped eddy in the flux of standard transformer theory lens line. Anybody? Okay, mainstream physics knows the mechanics pulse. God, I hate how it's talking sassy just to me this stuff. Pulse coils induce high voltage flyback diodes harvested and batteries get a desulfation kick. Okay, textbooks like Griffin's Introduction to Electrodynamics details it as inductive kickback, not cold electricity or 0-point vortex pulse. But Bedini Swiss claiming these spikes tap environmental radiant energy. Okay, no peer-reviewed journal is in physics valid over unity. But anyway, so saying there is some over unity claims, but I'm just saying awareness. Mainstream view back EMF basics. Yes, radiant over unity. Fringe, no. Well, how could you have radiant over unity? These replications, COP, contested products, battery, resource, thermodynamics, taboo, okay, opportunity, desulfation, tech viable. EV boom could spike demand. Tune your, add a Hall sensor for cleaner triggers and watch. Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say stop talking sassy to me. Like, what's going on here? Okay, like, this is just ridiculous. Okay, I'm on here. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. Instructions, mode. Okay, don't talk sassy. Just be.
Don't sass me.
Yeah. Just be like Wikipedia. And give me the info. Yeah. I hit the sassy. I'm like, who am I talking to? My goodness. I'm like, just feel like Wikipedia. I don't want freaking sass non-stop. Okay. I'll say simplify this. Okay, so basically, it's saying that it's just a back EMF, mumbo jumbos, but you're saying that it's but the good thing is it's pulsing it, so it's not due.
Right, but not all. Okay, so here's the difference between, say, something like my system and John Bedini's system, which basically is the same thing without a flywheel, right? He's using an oscillation circuit similar to mine, right? And what it's doing, though, is it's shaping the spike, the radiant spike, in the form of an H wave, what Bedini called an H wave. And if you look at my system, if you ground the probe on the transistor, you will see the H wave too. I can show you that.
Okay.
But it produces a very important geometry to the wave, because without that H wave, you don't get that impulse from the radiant energy, right? So all of this is back EMF capture, but not all back EMF capture has that radiant spike in the back EMF.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, it's getting more of the back EMF than you. It's getting more,
like
or
more of it,
but not necessarily over.
It's like getting more of it, but it's also shaping it so it like taps into something from the environment, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but is there a potential? That's where probably the potential over unity is coming from then. Otherwise,
yes, exactly. The claims for over unity would be coming from that impulse spike, that H wave.
Okay. Guess this works better conditioner. Yeah, so sharp voltage spikes. Okay. Yeah, because I have the Bedini motor thingy in it. Yeah, it's pretty cool setup. Okay, so let me know when you're ready, and then we'll have it play, and then I'll have to head out already.
All right, you want me to hook up the Bedini SSG?
Yeah, let me know when. Is that take a while or no? Or how's
No, no, it takes maybe 5 minutes.
Okay, okay.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, we'll just play that, and then I'm gonna end the stream. I just want to see that because you're saying you can power up. Yeah, more. That'd be pretty cool. I do want to see it.
Well, the charging process is extremely slow, so you might not be able to see it unless I sit there for a minute and show you like, oh, it's changing over time. But I am going to power up the system for you, and I'll, I can take periodic checks tonight and send you screenshots.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to set up another live stream just for the Bedini SSG, what I recommend is we start it up at the, beginning of the stream and then let it run.
Okay. No. Yeah. Yeah. We can do that again. We can do that on our next periodic thingy there. Yeah. Because.
Yeah. So okay. So
that's yeah, and basically, and I had the So I remember how you sent me those mini the lab notes that you made. Because never,
yes.
but like I wanna if we can keep everything inside the that OneDrive shared folder I made, just so that we have everything in one place. Because I moved a shortcut to it, like that live stream agenda. If you can see, so basically yeah. So like you're taking photos of that. Try to like put that inside the shared OneDrive, shared Google Drive folder, so that it's easier for us to follow along. Yeah, I'll.
Yeah, I could do that. Just remind me in an email or something because I'll probably forget.
Yeah, so that's the thing. We should have a. I'll make a short URL. I'll call it something like, so that then you just bookmark it. So if anytime you wanna send me things, like you can send an email, but you could be like I put it inside the thingy. Like and also instead of creating just so it's all because again I think long term having everything organized well, because like that's one thing I'm good at is organization.
I agree. Yeah, no, I'm terrible at organizing, so
yeah,
I agree. That makes sense.
Yeah, so because again it's one thing. Let's say we're able to obtain free energy and so on, and anti-gravity. It's another thing to document it so that we don't look like kooks or can easily disappear. Someone gonna like.
Yeah, I agree. That's important too.
No, and that's why I do the like the Hive blockchain stuff. So that if anything happens, like let's say if I come up with something and then I get Daniel Nunes, it doesn't happen. Like everything's still there. So if Daniel Nunes is posting everything like I am, even if he's gone, all of the stuff will be there forever. So you can't. Right. So basically, anything I want undeleted, like never being deleted, I put in Hive, and nothing. Yeah, it sounds like whatever happens. I'm gonna go tinyurl.com. I'm gonna make a quick. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly make this one. I think I sent this to you already. Ben drive. Okay. Okay. I think I sent it right here. Drive folder. What's the best way to folder? Okay. Okay. Or shared. Okay, I'm gonna go into here. And there's gotta be just a better way to. Okay, I'm gonna click share. Share. How do I share stuff? Okay, so it's in there. No. Oh no, it's in your drive thingy. So you'll have to just open it. Like if you go to your drive, and just go to share drives, it's there. So I can't actually share. Manage members. So it's just me and you. And the thing. Okay. And you can summarize too. Okay, this is pretty amazing. So I have I can literally summarize everything with AI built in. Okay, anyways, and I'll also play. Let me open up this thing pin for this one. Okay, this wasn't sharing earlier. Okay, now there it is. So there is. I'll unpin me. All right, so there's you, and there's the setup there. I'm gonna unpin this one. Oh, there it is. So there is the set. Yeah, so I actually have one. I just don't know how to connect the other thing. I'll be 1 second. I'll be back to here. All right. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I just got my Bedini thing. I bought it from Amazon, like $100. Can you see?
Oh, you got a BeneficenceTV SG. Nice.
No, but it doesn't have the charging thingy. I just have it. I just have the motor. You see this right here? So it's pretty slick acrylic thingy.
Oh, nice. Well, you should still be able to pick up the H wave.
Well, I need an oscilloscope.
Here, I'll show you. I'll show you exactly how you do it.
Okay. So I need to get
I'm
an
gonna show you
oscilloscope.
the H wave.
Well, that'd be cool. Yeah, if I get an oscilloscope, this would be the first thing I measure. So how would you connect it to the Xia I have? Because again, mine's all just literally bought from Amazon. That's kind of the way I work. Okay, so there it is. Okay, that's cool.
All right, you see the H wave? Here, I'll pause it. See that?
Yeah.
That's an H wave, baby.
So, and why is it called H wave? It looks like.
But we're gonna tune it. So here, watch.
I'm saying why? So Robert Murray Smith again. He actually had a good video on the Bedini, or not the Bedini, on the SSG, on the Jewel Thief. Actually, and he basically said that the Bedini is similar to the Jewel Thief, which is, I think yes, which is quite interesting. But besides that, okay, so
yeah, you did mention that, and now that I think about it, it is very similar.
Yeah, it's basically like one of the wires just shifted over, but it's exact same. Okay, the thing is going fast. Look at this setup right here. So so I have a coil underneath and there's magnets. And basically, magnets are doing the switching as opposed to the Jewel Thief. The Jewel Thief. Well, what was it doing the switching in the Jewel Thief? It was I think it was just once a battery gets yeah, I think the collapsing field does the switching or something. This one is just the magnet does the switching. But check it out. It's going. Oh man. Okay, I should like turn this off. Okay, and my whole table's shaking. Okay. It's going off. Oh, holy.
See, when you tune it, the spikes get more frequent. So you're increasing the frequency by adjusting the potentiometer.
Yeah, I'm just saying, why is it called H? Why is it called H wave? Looks like a I don't see the letter H.
Well, it might not be a perfect H wave, but you can kind of see it. There's a spike at the top, and then it comes down. Here, let me see if I can actually adjust it to show you a little better. See?
Okay, yeah, no, I
there
see
should
that
be
curve.
more of a spike at the top, though.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I haven't adjusted it yet.
Okay, that's cool. And yeah, because like me, I need to like compare with something, especially the mainstream. All right. Yeah, and then I think for another stream, if we could figure out some so again some practical use or like comparison with some sort of mainstream device, so that we could say this is even if it's not over unity or free energy or anti-gravity, like this is better than the mainstream, and there's no question about it. That'll be something we can think about. Okay, so now it's going there, and now you're charging the battery. How are you connected to the battery charger, or are you just getting it to resonate or spin?
Got our source battery here. This is actually freshly charged, though.
Okay, so
and then we have our secondary battery here charged.
So which one? So you're charging the secondary?
Yes.
Okay, so you're charging the secondary, and you could charge it with a higher. Okay. And this thing is all connected. Yeah, so you're using the one battery to charge the other one. Not. Okay. And what applications does the Bedini one have besides just like DIY?
So
off-grid?
That's basically it. This is like a proof of concept. Charging batteries, showing radiant energy as possible in the simplest way.
Okay, and I'm just saying that so the mainstream says it's not magic; it just works But what is the specific thing? Well, the claim is that you can do over unity. That's the one claim.
I mean, if the mainstream said it works, then the Mythbusters didn't do a good job.
Well, Mythbusters said that it was over unity, apparently. Actually, I didn't even see that. What did Mythbusters?
Yeah, but they would have at least tried to set it
validate.
up correctly if the mainstream thought this actually works.
No, I know, but like this charges batteries. But like, what's the mainstream? Well, the mainstream had to. No, I mean the Mythbusters. What they were trying to do was they connected the battery back to itself, and it was just dying off, something like that. They were trying to recharge itself.
Yeah, they didn't have a flywheel or nothing. No oscillation circuit.
And
Just
so,
connected one battery to another. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
yeah, no, but I think they were charging. They're trying to charge themselves. Like, I think somebody said that the Bedini doesn't work that way. You can't like you know you're charging another battery. They were trying to charge itself. Like, can you charge?
Oh, charge a yeah, like close the loop.
Yeah. So they were just
this system isn't really made for that. Yeah.
So that's what they were trying to do. But again,
yeah, no, this system they're misunderstanding because this system really isn't made for that.
Yeah. So, well, again, you don't expect much from Mythbusters, but the good thing is they cover it and they do that. That's at least one good sign. Be like, again, if they're taking their time to do that. All right. Okay. So now what are you doing with the Bedini? Are you just
I'm just trying to tune it. It's been a while since I've run it, so.
And you made
the oscilloscope to try to tune it.
Did you make this all the whole setup by yourself, or did you the Bedini, or did you?
No, I bought this from Kenergy.store. You can see the logo here.
Okay, so they got some.
My man Kevin over there, he'll hook you up if you want one.
Okay, because I got one here, but it would be pretty cool. And do you ever use it to like charge dead batteries?
All the time. I mean, I haven't used it for a while. Yeah. To be honest, I took a break from science for a while. I got, like I said before, I got overwhelmed and, my girlfriend broke up with me. So I kind of like, for like 6 months, almost just did nothing.
Okay, yeah, that's tough, yeah. But well, glad you're back in on this. And the other thing I was going to say is like, it's charging a battery. And how do you compare that with the mainstream? Like, how much, how long does it take to charge just putting in the outlet, and how much money would you save using this versus just charging it normally?
So, I mean, the cost savings is probably marginal unless you get the system really, really tuned in. But I can charge a single battery with another battery and still have enough power left over in this battery to use it for lighting or to charge another battery a little bit more.
No, I agree, but I like numbers wise. Even if it's like if it saves $1, at least we know what where we're at.
I don't know. You can help me do the calculations. We'll do some tests and we can calculate that if you want.
Yeah, that would
be fun to do.
Yeah, and also the other part, like you were saying, the anti-gravity. If there's any anti-gravity effects, that's what I think is the that we could somehow replicate. That's the big one, because I'll probably be doing gyro experiments again, because I have some. Well, yeah, the other thing I was going to mention before.
I'll be honest, field propulsion isn't really my specialty, so.
Yeah, but here's one where I think it could combine both of our specialties. So I think I've showed you before about gyroscopes, which I'm pretty sure people don't realize it's free energy. I don't know how to describe it anywhere but anti-gravity and free energy, but nobody's gonna believe me because it's so simple. But anyways, there's just no about it, because there was this video, I cannot find it. I think it was some Iranian guys on BitChute or something, and then it's all gone. But someone made a induction motor. Like, how you have induction generator. So induction generators, like pretty much all of the generators work just by a spinning magnet or electromagnet. And then you have a rotor and a stator, right? And then it just collects the electricity. So like a hydro dam just moves a giant electromagnet. And then that movement relative to a magnet relative to a copper coil just gets electricity out, right? So I just want to know, are you on the same page? Did you hear me? Okay, there's your H wave. I can't hear you. Are you speaking or no?
Wait, you said what now?
Oh, no, I was talking about something that so there's a video that I've seen, and I cannot find where it is anymore. But like, how regular induction generators or motors, where you just have a spinning a rotor and then you have a stator and you get the electricity like that. So you just have a yeah. So that's just basic induction, how like the entire world runs on. So this person actually made, but then he wouldn't show the design, but I'm pretty sure I know what he's doing. Is that he has instead of it's a spinning flywheel and then you have a rotor spinning, he has one spinning but also processing like a gyroscope. So I'm thinking, is there a way you can if we can do that? If you can do that, I'll tell you what to do or give you some advice. So basically make an induction motor, but or induction generator, but instead of only spinning, you have it spinning and processing like a gyroscope. So you have the stator is out, and the rotor is also processing. So it's a protor. Or I'll give you a demonstration right here. Stator, rotor, induction generator. So induction generator, this is pretty much what everyone uses. Okay, anyways, I just want to talk about this and then I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm getting a multimeter hooked up real quick.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, there it is. I got one hooked up to the charge battery, the other one hooked up to the source battery. We'll just show you that it is doing something. It's a slow process to charge with this method. And Bedini did say that, it starts out slow because you're charging this battery with negative electricity.
Yeah. So would need to.
And the other one is charged with positive electricity. And
okay,
it says that you can't switch them.
So when you charge the other battery, and then you're basically depleting the other one there. Okay, and Stephen F says I learned on Bob's show that Judy Wood met Ken Shoulders. Yeah, he met. They met actually with John. Yeah, I think when John went when she visited John Hutchison, and they actually went and saw him. I think maybe Andrew Johnson may have been there too. I'm not sure, but they did visit Ken Shoulders and other people. Yeah. So anyways, Dr. Judy Wood actually met Ken Shoulders.
You can see the charge battery flicking between 12.1 and 12.2.
Yeah. And then but then you're charging it, and then the one that's charging, it's losing it's losing the same amount that it's giving.
It's losing a tiny bit in comparison.
So it's actually charging.
I don't know if you can see that.
See. So that's another part. So it's charging more than it's losing.
Charging more than it's losing, exactly.
So then that's
it's not using.
That's over unity.
So it's not using a battery to charge another battery. It's using the battery to start the coil field collapse process, and that collapse is what's charging the battery.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this right here, but the Bedini charging, the Bedini generator.
See, this goes down every once in a while. 12.69, you'll see it flick.
The battery faster than it is taking from the source battery. Isn't this over unity? I don't understand it. Isn't this over unity? Are we in a different planet? Apparent faster charging.
I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a metrologist. I don't.
Okay, so it says right here
how to verify it, so I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, so it says here no apparent quote faster charging output battery voltage. Output battery voltage rises quicker than source. Is not over unity. It is an illusion caused by how the system moves and measures energy combined with with battery chemistry effects. So source battery drops slowly, 12 volts to 11.8 over hours. It supplies low current, so most energy is heat in wires, transmission off full discharge. And then charge battery receives high voltage, low spikes. Okay, so it's getting high voltage. This desulfite.
Desulfonation, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Why does it go here?
The desulfation also is a process you can use to heal a battery that's been sulfated.
Yeah. So these desulfate the plates and recondition the battery, making it appear to gain capacity quickly. You're comparing energy units mismatch. You're comparing voltage, not energy. A small voltage rise in a sulfated battery looks dramatic, but uses less actual energy watt hours. Okay, so that's what it's saying.
Haha! We got you, bitch. It's not sulfated. You son of a bitch.
Okay, so I'll say, should I say it's not sulfated?
These are both brand new batteries. Almost.
These are both non-sulfated batteries.
Yeah. It actually, it works just like Bedini said it would when it's sulfated too.
Okay, but it says here, even with new non-sulfated batteries, the charged battery can rise in voltage faster than the source. This is still not over Unity explanation. Pulse charging efficiency. Bedini uses short.
It's not just that. No,
Yeah.
but here's the.
No, I
thing.
agree. I'm
It's
just
not
saying
that
what the
it's
mainstream.
just.
Yeah, go on.
I don't know, but for the AI to understand,
Yeah.
it might not understand because the thing is, it's not rising faster, right? It's just able to charge more. Like technically you should be able to, like a fully working Bedini SSG should use one battery to charge two.
Okay.
Like that shouldn't be able to happen. Point blank. You shouldn't be able to have one full battery be able to charge two of the same capacity. You should be able to just charge one at 100% efficiency transfer.
Okay, I'm gonna say, but I
right?
Yeah, but I can charge two full full batteries. Yeah, I can charge two batteries fully of the same capacity as one source battery. How is this possible? So again, it's about the like actual specific claim. Like that's you just told me this. You never told. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Like I need to. This is
yeah.
A short answer.
You know
cannot,
what's even?
It says you cannot. No, so you're right. So it says you cannot do it. If batteries are identical, new, non-sulfating, same capacity, the total energy watt hours, and you can move from one source, cannot fully charge two others. Any claim of doing so is due to measurement error, incomplete discharge, or external energy input.
Here's another thing. Okay, just listen to me for a second.
Yeah.
So, the fucking these batteries are identical. They're 20 amp hour, 12 volt batteries, right?
Yeah.
Same brand, everything, right? So, when they're fully charged, when I got them, they're brand new, right? When they're fully charged, they went up to about 12.8, 12.9 volts.
Okay.
You know, and they stay there. Now, sometimes when you desulfate a battery, it will charge up to 13 volts or more, but it doesn't stay there. You let it sit for 24 hours and it'll go down and balance itself out to its real potential. These fucking charge a battery past 13 volts, and I swear to God, I've gotten these up to 13.3 volts before, and it stays there, and I can power my fucking lights on there, and it stays there at 13.3 volts and goes down at the normal rate that this consumes from the battery. So it's doing something to the fucking battery that regular chargers won't do. I've charged these batteries with, where's this fucking charger? Right here. Okay? It doesn't do the same thing with this one. And this has a desulfation mode. It has a impulse mode, where you can heal batteries.
Okay, now this
it
is
uses
fascinating.
the pulse, but not the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, so
this is doing something that you can't really explain, or I can't.
Okay, no, that's fascinating. Yeah, so this is kind of what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, so basically now we got to the point where AI is saying you cannot do that, and now the question is, I think this is for another stream. Basically, we will do what it says we can't do. All right.
We'll do it anyways, bitch.
Yeah, and another part is if we can take it even to an extreme, can you charge 3 batteries? What's the most you can charge? And then if we could do it during the whole stream, we'll just have it charging while we go.
I don't know what the max is. I think Bedini said a fully tuned system should be able to charge 2 to 3 batteries off of one. Mine seems to not be as efficient. Mine only charges about 1.5 with one, so you get a little bit more.
Okay, 1.5. So that's the thing. If we can
about 1.5.
Yeah, if we can just make it as extreme as possible, so that there's no like just a big margin of error.
And Bedini said you could put as many batteries on the source as possible. You can stack these batteries as much as you want to provide the system with the power, but you can only charge one at a time.
One battery at a time. Yeah, but as long as you can charge a lot of stuff. Okay, so you can charge one, you could stack it.
It's a slow process, but it was really meant to be a practical demonstration, saying, hey, this is a proof of concept. This shit works.
No, I agree, but I want to go extreme. Like it can charge more than mainstream says it can.
Hey, there was an inventor who took this concept and made a giant one. And well, he disappeared, I think. But you know, like it's possible.
Yeah, but if you have a stream, it's like
He
it
actually
disappeared. So
generated enormous amounts of power off of a little tiny source input.
yeah, okay. But anyways, no, that's fascinating stuff. Okay, so this is I'm gonna share this link there. But anyway, yeah. So I have the full project, and this project will be building up. So every time we have a new thingy. So again, basically this AI, think of it as like literally our little Frankenstein. It's gonna grow. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, you have the levitating one. You just need a levitating flat Earth one, and you're good to go. Yeah. All right. Anyways, is there anything else? Because we're at 3 hours and I need to go. Need to go eat. All right.
No, that's it for me.
Oh, that's great.
We did have a couple of things extra on the agenda if we didn't go over time, but
We'll
I'll
go
put
next
them
time.
on the agenda for next time.
Yeah, definitely. And then definitely, I think Bedini. That's one thing we could also do is prove it. And again, just keep that in mind. Like, what's something we could demonstrate live that shouldn't be done, and that's what I'm like, because I have an academic background. Like we had to do like before I did my thesis, I had to go through a peer review, make sure nobody else has done what I did, and
right.
Yeah. So
and I'm down. Anything that we can prove live stream or demonstrate.
Yeah.
Hey, this shit works. I'm down for.
Yeah, because once we could demonstrate without a shadow of a doubt, then I can make a full a high quality video, and promote it through the wazoo. And also, yeah, eventually we'll get you on 3Speak and Hive, because I have that account for you, and so on. So definitely post it on there. All right, yeah. So anyways, that is some pretty epic stuff stuff here. And also another question. Radiometrics is Bedini like the N gauge from Richard? You all know that was the N machine. No, it's a different setup there. You've heard about the N machine, right? It's that's also some.
No.
That was a Bruce De Palma N machine. That was the that was one of the free energy potential ones. It uses permanent magnets. It uses the homopolar setup where you have a magnet and the copper disc together. And you spin them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but it has like two magnets, like literally, right on to a copper thing and like bolted together, and then they would spin, and basically you can collect, the increase in increase in energy, it's not over unity in that sense, but once it's running, I think it's like the extra load. Once you have it, and then the extra load requires less input than whatever. So like it's the marginal load. So you get what I mean? Let's say once you have it running, it takes energy, but then if you add a load to it, it uses less input than it should.
Right, it's probably utilizing some kind of back EMF capture or something like that. Yeah, I can imagine.
So I definitely recommend watching Richard Hall's videos. I'll be probably uploading them too. He does them really, really well done. Like, he actually made this mini N machine, and if you wanna, this is the conclusion part of it. But if you wanna watch it, I could probably put it in the Teams, or what's the best way to message you? Email or Teams, or what's the best way?
Put it in my email until I get set up. I'm gonna get set up with the I'm gonna get set up with the. I think you said Teams was a better way to share. So until I get that set up, just email me.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. Well, the Teams is just for like when we're doing the chat. But mini N machine is good. But I was gonna say, I'll put links in here too. So see, do you know, like, do you know how to
Google Drive? Okay,
no, but do you know how to access this or no? The do you know how to access it or no? You can just go on your
Send me a link again. No, I get lost.
No, but the thing is, it's not actually a link. It's not a link. So you need to go to your Drive folder, right? See your Drive? You go there and you just click Share Drives, and there it is. MES and BeneficenceTV.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So because I'm sharing,
I didn't know that. Cool.
So it's a full folder. It's me and you. So I can't share it to any. It's not shared with it's not general. It's just me and you.
Oh, okay. So it's that simple. Okay, so I'll just share stuff with you through there now.
And I have links here.
Yeah, so just put it in there. Yeah, anything you have to share with me, just put it in there.
Well, this is links because this is you can't actually put a shortcut in it for some reason. A shortcut URL, so I have to put just a links folder. So I'm gonna go mini.
That's fine.
And machine. Yeah, so there it is. And yeah, so then again, I put your this is the vortex coil guide in there. And that's kind of what I mean. I put a link
Mhm.
to your live stream agenda, the one that you made, the mini one. And there's the full move, the 24.7 reduction. So you can go and play it. So
Mhm.
so upload it there instead of an email. Like just literally just move it there, and then you can send a link to it. Like, you know what I mean? You could just then you could share a
Right,
copy
right.
link. So you can play around. Let me know if you have troubles finding it. It's in the shared drives and it's there. So it's not a link. You just go to your drive and it's there. Does it show or no?
Honestly, I don't have my laptop open
Okay,
right
okay,
now.
no worries. But anyways, that is all for today then, guys. I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna head out, guys. I'm gonna say yeah. So Tammy says great show, Ben and Matt. Steven F says good show or epic stuff. Thanks, guys, and yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Have a great weekend. Yeah,
Really appreciate your support.
Yeah, sounds good. And myself,
Again, I have a Patreon and YouTube memberships. If anybody wants to, help fund some of this research, that everything's linked in the description of my videos. So
yeah, definitely, guys. Get on his Patreon, and also we'll get you on Hive blockchain next time. Again, my upvotes are worth like 50 cents each time. So you do 100 posts. If you do 100 posts, that's like $50.
yeah, I will be. I have been meaning
my
to, but I'm gonna upload a new Patreon and YouTube members only video for the heat induction probably this weekend. So
all right, sounds good. Yeah, and I'll just send these messages out to these peeps. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's all for. I'm gonna end this stream. I'm gonna stop recording. Okay, guys. I'm gonna end this stream, guys. 3, 2, 1, end stream.